Why, hello there. Good meowing, good afternoon, or good evening. Whatever time it is for you, thank you so much for stopping by, and welcome to tonight's stream. We are playing Love Limit, which I am very, very, very excited for. It looks absolutely adorable, everybody. It looks so cute and so fun, and I am so excited! If you are interested in playing it yourself, let me All right. Stop the music. Stop the music. There we go. There it is on Twitch, and here it is in YouTube chat. You could check out the game, nab it for yourself there too. All right, but let's pop over here now. Hello, 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 it's me. All right, let me... All right, we're going to have to... Options. Okay, there we go, there we go. Text speed up. Okay, we do need to change the font. Okay, there we go. This is so cute, but I really have trouble reading that. Okay. All right. Oof, it actually just might be my astigmatism getting funky, but I'm actually having a lot of trouble reading that. Everything here. Oh god. Okay, well. Let's return. Okay. That should be fine. That should be fine. Can we like... Oh! That is not what I meant to do. I was trying to see if we could play the little aliens, but no, okay. Alright. Play all episodes. Play all episodes. Alright. The last dregs of my third cup of coffee slide down my throat like cold brown sludge. Ugh. I'm done. Officially. We're getting the bill and going home. Please, Aaron, let's wait a little more. I'm sure he has a great reason for being late. Okay. We need to... There we go. Okay. Go. Hi, May! That's what you said 2 refills ago. And I meant it as much then as I do now. He swore he'd come. Yeah, well, I don't know what ghost you set me up with, but I agreed to a date. 1 date, Lynn. I gestured at the coffee shop around us. And all I got this afternoon was ridiculously overpriced caffeine at $9.50 when I could have made some at home for free. Hi, Phantom. At least they offered free refills? Considering the server glared like she could vaporize me whenever she came over, I paid in stress for each refill. Hydration, okay. I think she would have been less annoyed if we ordered food. My sister slouches back in her chair at the choice look I gave her. We're stuck in this cafe because I humored her. She's had so much success playing matchmaker among her friends that my time finally came around. And as it's what she wants to do professionally, I caved after her endless poking and prodding. I know today isn't going as planned, but can't we try to see the bright side of things? For starters, we got a good walk-in. Someone has joined the kingdom. Phantom! Let you talk to feel younger? No, Wither. You mean nothing I do every morning on my way to work? And as a walker, you'd know anything could have happened to your date while he was on his way here. Oh, really? Such as? Anything. A car accident, a robbery, or a family emergency. What if he missed the bus and had to hitchhike? That's her overactive imagination going wild again. For 2 hours? For all we know, all those incidents happened in succession. Imagine if his leg got caught in a grinder, or a car splashes new clothing with mud. A grinder? Or... Then he should be mature enough to let me know. Those 2 hours of my life aren't coming back. Okay, I understand, but please, for me, can't we wait 30 more minutes? I worked so hard to set this up. Yeah, and you should be just as upset that it's not going well. Oh, guess what happened to me today, Phantom? That's what happened to me today. Ugh. I'm pissed. Well, I'm not pissed. I'm annoyed. I was moving a dresser at my Earth parents' house. It's my little brother's dresser, my younger Earth brother's dresser that he got from my grandmother. And so we're moving it out because he doesn't live here anymore. And so we're going to take it over to him. And so one of the drawers was open and I didn't realize it. And it has a sharp edge point. And I brought my hand down and sliced the top of my thumb. Very little blood, thankfully, but man, that's just not a fun spot to slice myself. Literally, it's from the base of my nail down to my thumb knuckle. Down to the knuckle on my thumb, pretty much. And it's a diagonal cut, too. No, I'm not dying. It's just annoying. So I had, yeah, it's pretty long. It's no fun. But yeah. Yeah, no, I'd rather go home.
The only thing waiting for us at home is that stream we're watching.
Yeah, and the total solace of relaxing in my bed.
Come on, that 24-hour fish stream isn't going anywhere. Fish? Isn't that even important?
It's super important. Someone needs to ring the doorbell so this fish can migrate. Oh, we're watching I think it's the Dutch, there's a Dutch fish stream you can watch. It runs 24 hours and you watch and you notice if there's fish. And if there's fish, you press the doorbell and it alerts a human that they need to come let the fish out. So that they can migrate.
This is why I'm concerned about you. Nobody else is spending their entire weekend on that.
Yeah. No, you'd be surprised. A lot of people spend their time on that fish stream.
They go out and meet people, have great adventures, get married, have 19 kids.
No, that's too many.
So you know, there were over...
Oh, so you know, there were over 100 people in the live stream before we left. Yeah.
That's even more concerning. Pass me your phone, please. Maybe he sent a message in the app?
I slide my phone across the table towards my sister.
Whoa, charge your phone. Why do you always walk around 20% battery?
Pudding. I was at 50% before we left. My sister just shakes her head. 2 taps later, the Greet Up logo flashes across the screen. Yeah, pudding coded. I left everything from my password to creating my profile in the app to Lynn.
Oh, lame. There are no messages from him.
Whoever my sister set me up with, it's clear they aren't coming. If anything, the hours I've waited for a total stranger are more than generous at this point. While Lynn has put a ton of effort into this, I'm ready to call it quits. I'm getting coffee jitters, I'm hungry, and I have to work early tomorrow. I prefer to be at home, relaxing in my bedroom, than to spend even another $1 here. I've toughed it out thus far because Lynn means well, but isn't that enough? We're gonna drop a save. We're gonna go home. No. Lynn, I love you, and I know you wanted this to work out, but let's just go. We've wasted enough time here today.
But, okay, I understand.
I hate to break her heart, but whoever this date was, I doubt he's worth this long of a wait. I flag the waitress down and my defeated sister pays the bill. She tips well, considering we took up a considerable time in the service section. Hey, chin up. How about we stop and grab takeout on my way home?
Are you really okay with that?
I'd have to feed you anyway. This saves us some dishes.
Can we order fried chicken?
We sure can. And we did exactly that. Lynn and I carried our spoils home and spent the rest of the evening watching a movie and eating. Oh, did I get like an ending nothing happened? Okay, it was such a marvelous time that we completely missed the alien invasion until the vaporizing bangs rang out. Ending 1! Wow, I can't believe we already bad ended. Okay, I guess we'll stick around for 30 minutes. Yeah, we're dating an alien invader. Yeah, great game. A little short, but that's pretty fun. I'm putting the main character has her phone at like 20% and is not charging it. Yeah, actually, you know what, Pudding? How charged is your phone? Give me a number. $30 minutes more. Oh, I was gonna say if it's below 50, bad things will happen, but you avoided that. That's all they're getting. Following that, we're seriously leaving.
Of course. Gosh, thank you so much.
You're more invested in this than I am.
That will be the case for long. He's super cute.
How do I tell my sister it takes vastly more than that to impress me? Or rather, how can I share it in a way that she'd parse? Ugh, my phone rings. I have a notification. Are those my dailies?
No, it's a message from him.
My sister abandons her seat and squishes in next to me.
Look, he said he's sorry for being so late. He's stuck at work. I knew he wouldn't flake on you.
Yeah.
This is great. He said he'll be done once he completes one last task.
What kind of jerk tells you that 2 hours later?
Maybe he's got a horrible boss.
I could seriously make a novel out of all the excuses you give other people. Unfortunately for my sister, 30 minutes comes and goes without another word from my mysterious date. I collect my bags and pay the bill wordlessly. Lynn follows behind me like a sulking dog. Her head is down, her eyes are dewy.
We're really going?
Yes, we are. 30 minutes is 30 minutes.
But he texted.
Lynn, enough. You already agreed.
Okay. This still sucks, though.
Look, you could set me up another date some other time, preferably with someone who actually shows up. I tug the cafe door open, but the world rumbles around me. At first, I fear I'm shaking profusely from all the caffeine I gulped down, but when everyone around me gasps, ducks under tables, and tucks under door frames, I think better of it. I huddle my sister beneath the table, but she seizes my arm when I don't join her.
Where were you going?
To check outside.
Get under the table! Enough people are recording on their phones that somebody will catch something.
I'll be away for 5 seconds.
That's all it takes!
Her fingers dig into my arm and her eyes beg me to stay. I can't leave. She is too terrified to be left alone. So I join her under the table. The sky outside turns red and the cafe's trembling intensifies. Glassware tumbles off shelves. Framed decor crashes into the ground. People cry out and cover their heads amidst the shatter and thuds. Screaming drowns out the rest. Oh. Oh my. What is it? What's happening? Oh God, what are those? My sister squeezes me as if holding on to me will save her life, but I peek out from under the table. Ooh. Thousands of saucers. Oh God, descend from the crimson sky outside, each of them blaring that horrible noise I heard before the screaming started.
What the hell?
Are those spaceships? Oh my God! Catch that on camera! This is my chance to go viral! I can't breathe. The smooth metallic exteriors of each ship are terribly alien. Their engines burst purple flames.
Sis, are there really aliens?
I think... I don't know what else those could be. I squeeze back under the table with my sister and yank out my phone. My cricket feed explodes with chirps and chimes. The trending tags are all about aliens, spaceships, and the concerningly red sky. Yeah, my timeline is an endless scroll of the descending spaceships from various angles in different countries. All the electronics at the cafe emit a horrendous screech. I drop my phone, but Lynn catches it. A live video overrides the social media app I was on. Featured in it is some man with a legion of soldiers behind him. Oh, fuck. Actually, he's on every screen in the vicinity. My sister pales. By now, you'd think I know the optimal way to deliver these speeches. Someone shrouded in darkness whispers to the man on the broadcast. Huh? Are we live? Well, hello, Earthians. My name is Egan, and I'm Prince of the planet Ornthon. I expect my name will be seared into your mind shortly, since I'm taking over this planet as its supreme overlord. I suggest you surrender within the hour. If you do not, then we will continue our subjugation with force.
Hi, Andrew!
Hello there, sir.
Oh, thank you for head pass.
Dude, my body hurts so bad. I did so much manual labor today. And tomorrow, there is more. Yeah, get your stamps. Everybody get your stamps. Oh, excuse me. Stretch. Okay. Oh. Ugh, I ate so much. Up and down the stairs. All around the house. Moving stuff, lifting stuff. Cleaning stuff. Ugh. Egan stares off screen. I fear what drew his attention, especially as I hear jet planes and helicopters. Right on cue, as predicted. This shall be a quick lesson for those with dreams of resistance and grandeur. Yeah, Prince strong-ish. Gunfire erupts outside, and the crimson sky flashes with red, orange, and white. They're firing at the ships outside! What? Already? I glance outside in time to see the attacking helicopters and planes sucked into a black void. They vanish in a twinkling spray of particles most RPG attacks could only hope to emulate. You're welcome to waste your resources attacking us, but we shall absorb everything fired at us. Your world isn't the first to try a counterattack, and it won't be the last. As I have a prior engagement I'm over 2 hours late for, that's the end of this broadcast. Uh-oh. A gut-wrenching dread digs into my stomach hearing those words. My gaze slowly meets my sister's. She's paler and sweatier than when I last looked at her. Lynn, why are you so sweaty? Oh my god, this is just Lil Minghe. To the one I promised to me, of my sincerest apologies for the delay. As I finish my business, I'm on my way. An image appears beside the figure on the broadcast. Oh no, what? My face squints back at me. I seize my sister. Lynn, what is that photo of me?
I'm sorry, he said he wasn't from here and I skimmed the paragraph he sent.
The entire world is seeing a photo of me I took. A photo of me where I look like a bona fide cryptid caught in a sneeze. That's all you have to say?
He's the only guy on the app who said you look cute.
You gave my information to an alien.
But he's a super cute alien.
I stare down at my phone. Egan waves enthusiastically at the camera. Hey, Red, can't wait to meet you. I curse in so many languages that my sister covers her ears. As the invaders descend from their spaceship into our city center, our governor throws himself at their feet. Oh, wait, rather than surrender, there must be something else we can offer you. You could stop delaying me, Scrimp. Move it. But we should have a chance to save ourselves, please. No, there is no chance. Egan taps his chin. Subjugating worlds is all that interests me, but my father has been on an awful bit about me settling down. So I propose this. The champion of this world should be the person I'm already scheduled to meet. What? But you must pick someone who represents the people. I already chosen them. There's no better representation than that. I wheeze. My youthful years drain out of me from the immense stress of Egan's announcement. Bro, I am not that great socially to be able to handle this. You have to be kidding me. There is no way this is going to work. Oh, man. All conflicts on Ornthon are decided through duels between individuals. Only through triumphant victory can matters be settled. Demands are a victor's right, so if your champion can best me in a duel, I'll reconsider ruling this planet. Bro. Yeah, we do it, work overtime. That's insane. You're up against some young person who's barely lived their life. I've held a charged saber since the pleasant age of 2. That's no excuse. Please reconsider. You can't place the fate of the world in some random citizen's hands. My answer is final. Besides, my date already agreed to a duel. We simply changed what's at stake. Huh? A duel? I snatched my phone from my sister and furiously backread her chat and agreed up. Egan sent an offensively long paragraph in which he speaks excitedly about the date in 30% of it. The rest is a glorified terms and service contract about a duel. Actually, he didn't agree to a date at all until we finished the duel that precedes the entire process. Did you actually read any of this?
It's too long. I skimmed it. You know nobody ever actually reads paragraphs that long.
Wait, please reconsider, please. The broadcast cuts out. Everyone in the restaurant stares at me. If I sprint home right now, I think I can make it. That I can dig myself a hole deep enough to hide in until this passes.
Gosh, can you believe this? I really can't. Actually, no.
I really can't. Actually, no. I don't want to. This isn't happening.
You have plenty of life experience. Why was the governor so rude?
I grab my sister and shake her. I would not be able to live with this person. I'd be like, I'd be like smacking the shit out of her. Be like, fucking be more serious. Is that the most important part of this situation right now? My sister's head bobs back and forth. She wobbles like a wet noodle. What am I going to do, Lynn?
Date him? Duel him?
Can you unscramble your brain for 3 seconds, please? The date. No, I mean the fate of the universe is in my hands. I can barely walk down the stairs without tripping. Do you expect me to challenge an alien? I lurch out from under my table, banging my head on the process. It's a bad look and certainly a terrible start. Oh, damn it, we're making a run for it.
But we already agreed to their terms.
You agreed to his terms. You! There was no me in this equation.
But I did all of this with your consent.
I gave consent thinking you set me up with a normal... forget it. We need to go.
But you could duel him, sis. Buy time so you might catch the common cold, or some hackers might make a computer virus to shut off their ships or something. That is not how this works, and you goddamn know it.
Now isn't the time for film references. I'm panicking here. I grab my sister's arm and rush for the door. It bangs open seconds before I reach it. Hey, that's not a very friendly looking smile you got going on. Egan's shockingly white hair, red eyes, and regal extraterrestrial garb appear before me. Aaron, I'm here for our duel.
No, please no.
I duck behind the nearest plant. Unfortunately, it's way too skinny. Egan's gaze burns into me. You are Aaron. Aaron, yes?
Who? Me? Oh, no, I don't know who that is.
But you're clearly her. I scoop up some glasses I spy on a nearby table. Shoot, what's a good fake name? Oh, God. Wow. I don't think we could put Prince. I don't think we could put Prince as our fake name. Yeah, you know what? Prink. You know what? We can put Prink. I'm Prink.
Aaron's my cousin. She had to go home. Nasty bout of food poisoning got her.
Food poisoning? You Earthians put poison in your food?
No, we don't. I just mean...
Seems you've evolved beyond what Andel gave you credit for.
Oh, wait, you're misunderstanding.
I'll keep that information in mind when sampling your local cuisine. Egan whips out a device and flashes the horrible photo my sister dared set as my profile picture. Are you certain the person in this image isn't you? It's a perfect match.
In what universe is that me?
Oh, I have my doubts, but I suppose if my date didn't show, I'll move on.
Oh, thank goodness.
Seems I'm subjugating this planet ahead of schedule.
Oh, no, that's worse! Hold on a moment. Theoretically, if I am Aaron, what do you plan to do?
Duel, of course.
But what does a duel entail?
As I'm at advantage, I'd let the other party decide. Part of custom.
So it's not some duel to the death?
It can be. Is that what you Earthians like?
Wait, no step judgments.
I took off the glasses.
I am your duel partner.
So you are. He's alarmingly radiant when he smiles.
Hey, you were talking about destroying my planet.
I shouldn't find you cute. I'm thrilled you've embraced the challenge, duel partner.
If I lose, are you seriously enslaving Earth?
Enslave is an inadequate term. We aren't savages who'll doom you all. By the sound of that, perhaps everything will work out. Instead, we'll bleed this planet of its resources and assimilate everyone who survives into Orthonian culture. That's so much worse. But if I win, you'll spare this planet, right? If those are your terms following the end of our duel, then yeah. In that moment, I recall everything I love and loathe about planet Earth. The odds are in favor of what I love, considering all of my loved ones, friends, and favorite creatures. Oh, favorite creatives live here with their friends and loved ones. Okay, I'll do it. We'll duel. My stomach is queasy with nerves and ah! Egan's wolfish grin. Sir, your face! Perfect. Name your game. How we do combat is your decision. I rack my mind for what an alien invader would be terrible at, and alternatively, anything I'm so eerily good at that it'd save humanity. Yeah, creatures, creatives, same thing, same thing. The pressure is dually on since everyone who was under a table earlier is filming me now. Ugh, sorry, I have an itch. My eye itches, my God. The worst thing when your eye itches. I glance at my sister. She gives me a thumbs up. Okay, how about we try? I love these two. A children's card game or a word game. I don't think we should do a word game because he could come up with some freak-ass words that we don't even know. A children's card game. Wait. A duel, huh? Let's try a children's card game. The crowd surrounding us gasps. What happened to Asterion? Scarlet. He does look slightly Asterion-esque, but if select few laugh or groan, I expect Egan to fall within the latter, but he smirks. Perfect choice. It is? Yes, it's been decades since I've had the pleasure. Wait. Oh no, he's a weeb! He runs his palm down his right arm from his wrist to his elbow, and a mechanical chime rings out in the cafe. An arc of light covers his forearm, and a dual platform launches into place with precise clicks. Why are we playing Yu-Gi-Oh? I never said which game we'd be playing, bro. Assemble your deck, challenger. But I have no deck on hand. I didn't expect him to know what I was talking about, let alone be so prepared. On what planet did he practice this that I don't have the advantage?
I bet it's too late to back out. Out of curiosity, is it possible to change the means we use to duel now? No, your first decision is final. Figured. Then you'll have to excuse me long enough to drop by my house and return. My old deck is at home under my bed. No need to dawdle. Egan whistles and 2 guards appear behind him. You called, Supreme Leader. Fetch her cards. I'm brimming with anticipation for our battle. I will not have it be delayed. I want, Supreme Leader. They've vanished in a shower of light particles. Don't you need my address? We have that information, and Dell cataloged the details of every Earthian on the planet. That's creepy. Yeah, I hope he's just really into Go Fish. There are so many privacy violations in that sentence. My brain tries to comprehend how they could have possibly accomplished that. But when I consider the number of corporations determined to squeeze every last detail out of everyone for advertising profit ventures, it suddenly makes a ton of sense. The zappy whoosh of the guards returning brings me back to reality. Supreme Leader, we've retrieved the object. They plop my box of cards onto the table. Let me know when your preparations are complete. I realize that I'm really doing this. I have no choice. I ease into the booth to swiftly rebuild my deck. Egan gives me some privacy. My hands shake terribly by the time I'm finished. Most of the rules are a jumbled mess in my head because of my nerves. As ready as I'll ever be. He joins me at the table, settling in comfortably across from me. Then, let us begin. Egan draws a third of his deck on his first turn. I can barely keep up with the long string of combos he strings together through a dozen cards. By the time it gets to my turn, his side of the table is packed with cards that would be the envy of competitive players. How did he even get these in outer space? I look at the opening hand I've drawn. I've never built any decks with tournament play in mind. I've always built silly themed decks full of rarely used shenanigans. And somehow, today of all days, that's what saved me. Oh? I've lost? Egan scans the board state, but there's no mistake. I beat him. I actually won? She won! We're saved! Everyone in the cafe cheers and crowds around me to celebrate my victory. Egan's fist slams down on the table. Everything falls silent. This can't be. My decks are tournament ready. We must play again. But I beat you. Best 2 out of 3. 30 minutes later, when I've defeated him a second time, Egan slumps over in the booth. The crowd cheers again. Would you like to go best 3 out of 5? I shouldn't attempt fate by asking, but I'm actually having fun playing this old card game again. No, once is a fluke, twice is the truth. Is that some Orthonian saying? He drifts a palm over his arm and his dual platform disappears. As you are the victor of our match, you may name your terms. I'm so shocked by the fact I beat him that nothing feels real for a moment. I can demand anything of Egan at this moment, and he must honor it. What are your victor's demands? Will you really give me anything I ask for? Yeah, so long as it's within my power. There's a certain inflection to his tone that gives me pause. Earlier, his gaze held a touch of amusement and dwindling interest. Yeah, second date. But now he's gazing at me the way I probably look at animals I want to pet. Huh? Interesting. Okay. Both of these sound like there's a way he's gonna, like, run this against me, but safety for planet Earth is probably the better one. And I appreciate if you didn't subjugate our planet. Egan huffs. You picked the most boring thing you could have asked for, but sure, done. Thank you. I've given this planet amnesty. Move the ships. As you command, Supreme Leader. His alien comrade appears and vanishes so fast I have whiplash. I thought Egan was talking to himself. Egan snaps his finger and the red world outside regains its proper colors. Well, I'm happy he kept his word, but it must be stressful having everyone act on everything you say the second you say it. Is your heart made out of antimatter? Why would you rescue your planet? Huh? Because it's the right thing to do and I like it here well enough. His gaze is incredibly peculiar because of its immense intensity. If that's all, I'd like to head home before the stress of all this actually hits me. I'd like to crash in private. Egan rises from the table and I do. Wait. Did you need something else? Yes, you! Huh? What? I haven't had such a thrilling match in eons. Whoa, sir! You're welcome. Goodbye now. He kneels before me with a fist across his chest. Whoa, sir, please. My thoughts spin so fast it makes me dizzy. Why is he kneeling? What's the fastest way out of this conversation? Marry me. Huh? You can't propose after 2 games of Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, to some people, that might actually really only be it. But no, not now. A shock of gasps flood the cafe. My sister squeals like she saw her favorite boy band celebrity. But... You know what? I have to know. What happens if I say yes? Sure? I blink and I'm in a wedding dress, surrounded by friends and my teary-eyed sister fanning her face so her makeup doesn't melt off from sobbing. I set them up, you know? I knew they'd be perfect for each other. Huh? Pale pink flower petals fall from the sky like rain. Rice follows afterwards. I disappear arm in arm with Egan up into a spaceship with Just Hitch painted on a ramp that closes behind us. Years spin by. I'm featured in books, in interviews, in sponsorships coat me like salt does the sea. But what continues to dazzle me is the vast cosmos. 48 planets and 13 kids later! You're still thrilled you said yes! Okay, that's funny as hell. Oh my god. Okay, politely decline. This alien is crazy.
Sorry, but no.
That's unfortunate. He bows his head and then raises it after a moment. I've never been so utterly smitten with another being in my entire existence. Please reconsider marrying me. The resources of millions of planets would be at your disposal. I don't want that. You can't be serious. I'm completely serious. Wait, did he say millions of planets? What kind of stuff would aliens accumulate? Hold on, I'm getting sucked in by greed. That's enough. Look, it's a no. We don't know each other. I will remedy that during all the years we spend together. And what if we hate each other? Please stand up. I'll marry you. I don't want a husband. Then I'll be your wife. Amazing. It wasn't the issue. Egan reaches inside his clothing and tugs out the fanciest space rock I've ever laid eyes upon. It hums and glows with ethereal blue light. It's so gorgeous, in fact, that I have to suppress my baser instincts to snatch up his shiny as if he was some boss I defeated in an RPG. I'm no better than a crow. I already said no. Goodbye. I seize my sister and sprint home so fast I probably set a new world record. The wind in my ears drowns out Egan's protests. Our front door slams closed. I twist both locks into place and struggle to catch my breath. My heart pounds so hard I feel like I'm choking. This is right up there in the top 5 worst days of my life, Lynn. My sister leans against our front door laughing.
What do you mean? That was amazing! I would have accepted his proposal if I were you. Do you know how much publicity you get?
You're more than welcome to go back for him.
Absolutely not. He adores you, Queen of Games.
Quit it!
Gosh, think about how popular my matchmaking business would have been if you'd accepted. We could afford a house. We'd be better off than someone who won the lottery.
I clutch my head at the psychic damage her words deal me. No, we're forgetting today ever happened.
You literally just saved the planet, but you expect that to happen?
From now on, I don't exist. I'm gonna lay so low, people will walk over me without realizing I'm a person. My sister cackles with sheer delight and eases away from the front door. She rubs my back comfortingly.
Okay, I'm done teasing you. But seriously, what you just accomplished is phenomenal. You saved the planet from invasion. I guess that is pretty cool, huh? It's beyond that. You're amazing.
It'll be even more amazing to put all this behind me.
You bet it will. And what better way to do that than having takeout before going to bed?
Of course, if there's anything my sister never forgets, it's food and romance. Sure, pass me my phone. I head to bed with my stomach full and relax into a dreamless sleep. I don't know where those aliens will go, but I'll take solace in the fact everything will be back to normal tomorrow. Oh? Is that an end? Nope! 2 hunks of metal close over my arms the following morning with a firm clank. Are we being fucking arrested? I glance up at the 2 alarmingly beautiful, fragile-looking men who cuffed me before I could have a sip of coffee in my living room. Prince Greaves, you're being detained. Do not resist. The peaceful sleep I had last night drifts away in the wind. Lynn's as still as a statue nearby with half a bagel in her mouth. I'm sorry, why? Do you think your life would be back to normal after what you did? Lynn, what's going on?
I don't know either. They're both cute, so I opened the door.
My sister is going to get herself fucking killed, and at this point, go for it. Every day I worry more than my sister will be kidnapped by someone who tricks her into joining the black market solely because they're beautiful. Is that seriously the only reason you opened our door? When she looks away guiltily, I give up. She and I may live on the same planet, but clearly we don't exist in the same universe. We haven't since childhood. I'm sorry, but again, why am I being arrested? Better yet, do you have a warrant? Handsome alien B twirls his glimmering locks and produces a document. Do you think we're brutes? Of course we have a warrant. You violated Section B of Orthonian law, which mandates you must honor all agreed upon terms of a duel. But I dueled Egan and won. Our business was over. It wasn't. Are you kidding? What did I miss? Well, your date, of course. I'm about to tear my hair out. You agreed here and agreed up that following an amicable duel you partake in a casual date. As that portion of the agreement was left unfulfilled yesterday, you're being detained. You can't be serious. We're completely serious. And how could you be so cruel, Earthian? Our prince remained at that cafe until closing for the likes of you. He's the laughing stock of your planet now. There are clips of him all over your infernal apps. Wtube and Wickwalk! Of him abandoned that cafe. Alien B whips out a device that looks eerily like a tablet. There are thousands of trending videos of Egan alone at the table I ditched him at. Countless compilations of a desaturated Egan with rain effects and sad violin playing in the background. Others have edited various sparkles, flowers, or animal ears onto him and are worshipping him as their new internet baby girl. You must be kidding. I saved the world and they turned the alien overlord who absolutely would have subjugated Earth into a meme. I'd laugh if it wasn't worse than my situation. Instead, I adjust my glasses. Wait, I don't wear glasses. Are these the ones I snatched yesterday? I take the glasses off and silently apologize to the stranger I snagged them from as I tuck them into my breast pocket. Look, they're calling him Rizless. We know what that means. We looked it up. Fucking amazing. Oh my god. Hi, Andre. Yes, actually, you did miss a lot. A lot has happened in the past 30 minutes. My god. He waited 4 whole hours for you to return, and now his reputation is tarnished. Is that the real reason I'm being arrested? No, you're being arrested as per the warrant terms. This is but an extra transgression of yours. Okay, so I just have to date Egan to make amends, right? That's what's our new... Where's our new date location? Prison? Not Princeton? Prison? It was a joke, but the Orthonians look like I'm some sort of deranged savage. It's with great reluctance that we escort you back to the mothership. You do well to keep your mouth shut until then. Well, that should be easy enough. Sis, you're really going? I doubt I have another choice. You could resist, but then we'd have to seal you in the transport cube. As I'm sure you've never been condensed to a ninth of your size before, I suggest you come willingly. Yeah, I definitely don't want whatever that is. Okay, lead me to Egan. Let's get this over with. Forced to go on a date with the guy who proposed to you after you beat him at a children's card game is fucking amazing. The inside of the mothership is concerningly clean and sterile, and everything around me glows and hums. Handsome alien A and B stand guard beside me, showing no signs of leaving. I guess they don't trust me not to bolt again, which, as ill-advised as it would be, is absolutely something I do. I'm terrified out of my mind, but I'm quite immaculate at masking it, all things considered. I have all those years in customer service to thank for it. Oh, I was like, what? He shaved? He got so upset he shaved his hair? A space door slides open and an alien wearing similar clothes to Egan comes through. There you are, contract violator. He dismisses the aliens that escorted me with a wave of his palm. I trust they filled you in on why you're here. Yes, sir. Good, then I'll skip the formalities. You violated Orthonian dual law. We're offering you a chance of reparations. I get it. Where's Egan? I'll apologize and then take him on a date. Though to be fair, he was insanely late first. I'll stop you right there since you clearly misunderstood the gravity of what you've done. Our prince fulfilled all his fulfilled all of his contractual obligations to you. Every last one. One date is not enough to remedy that. Do I have to pay money or something? You think your measly earthian currency would suffice for the transgressions you've committed? He glares at me like I insulted his mother. Wait, does he have a mother? How do alien families work? A single, paltry handful of hours is but a scrap of paper and a blazing bonfire compared to what you owe now. This humiliation will not stand. You must increase the amends by 3 times that of the original investment. So, 3 dates instead of 1? Correct. Oh. What the? Why did he have such grandiose build-up for something he could have answered in 1 sentence? The alien unfolds a scroll. The term violation henceforth shall validate these terms of their reference upon party. I don't know. If you select any Orthonians other than the harmed party, you will render the aforementioned dual terms void and recompense shall be the entirety of your Earthian planet. Pardon, could you repeat that? The term violator henceforth shall validate that. No, just the last part. Recompense shall be the entirety of your Earthian planet. But I saved the world yesterday! So you did, until you left that cafe. Oh, that's how they get you! What the bloody fine print! Failure to honor all 3 dates within 1 Earthian week will render the aforementioned dual terms void and recompense shall be the entirety of your Earthian planet. Wait, we have to do 3 dates in a week? Failure to reconcile faithfully with the appropriate attitude during each date will render the affirmation dual terms void. Oh, we have to be happy? Any attempt to terminate the contract will ensure the... Okay, gotcha. The scoring of efforts will be observed every eating by 2 chief Orthonians. I can already see it. The internet might be dunking on Egan now, but they'll be ripping me apart later. My total failure to save the world will extinguish any chance I had at descendants. And that's if the aliens don't take me out first. If you understand, then sign here, here, and here. I signed the document. 3 dates is a cheap price to pay to save the universe. The alien rolls the document back up with a jerk of his wrist. I'm pleased that you understand your situation, but displeased you ask so few questions. I have few other choices. And my heart may give out if I have to hear that Earth is the price for my failures again. Not true. You could forsake the entirety of your Earthian planet. At this point, I'm convinced this guy just enjoys saying that. Where's Egan? Preoccupied. He will seek you out once he is informed. And who are the chief Orthonians that will be observing us? Nabo and myself. I suggest you carefully consider how you will offer your reparations starting now. And your name is? Andel. And what does the scoring entail? The harmed party will and must score each of the days they spend with you out of 100. Why do these dates sound like glorified job interviews? You may only leave the ship once you've hit the green button affirming you once again agree to the terms I've laid out to you and that you understand them. The alien gestures behind me with a switch with 2 buttons right on the floor. One is red, the other is green. Once you hit the green button, I'll remove your imprisonments. I suppose he's talking about my handcuffs. They are rather heavy. Oh, they're seriously heavy. I'd rather have them removed sooner as opposed to later. So I approach the podiums with the buttons. I can't imagine Egan will score me well, considering the bad blood between us after yesterday. However, there's nothing I can do about that now. I cast a longing glance at the red button. However, I'd rather not doom the world, and I understand everything Andel said. Alright, we need to save. We hit the green button. After a moment of consideration, I press the green button. My meeting with Egan started this whole fiasco. I only hope it'll be easy to fix. Other than the neat sound the button made, there's no noticeable change. Andel stifles a laugh into his palm. Why is he laughing? Now I'm nervous. Brilliant choice. I'm certain our prince will be positively bioluminescent at your decision. You may leave. He will contact you within the hour. The air around my wrist heats up, and then the handcuffs clunk to the floor. Return home. If we cannot locate you within the hour, you will render your aforementioned dual terms void. Recompense shall be the entirety of your Earthian planet. Enough, dude. I understand. Thanks, Andel. I'll do that. The spaceship doors open, and a wide ramp allows me to walk down to the city center. However, unlike my convoy to the mothership, there's a mob of people below. Oh, and contract violator? Yes. Best of luck to you, as Earthians are fond of saying it. You'll need it this time. The ramp transforms beneath my feet when the door closes. I slide down to the asphalt, scuffing my jeans on the pavement in the process. Yeah, I bet that Prince guy doesn't have anything to worry about this, but I prink. Ouch. Hey, jerk! Vandel's already out of earshot. The massive crowd is full of people taking photos, dining, and chatting. Their news vans and protesters alike. It's a haunting amount of people. There she is! She finally came out! Every last person in the mob focuses on me. Miss, please tell us how it was inside the mothership! I'm sorry, I don't have time to chat. I need to head home. We only need a second. Did you get probed? Oh! People crowd me and push in so close I can hardly breathe without getting a mouth full of microphone foam or an eye full of flash glare. How long have you been in contact with these aliens? I don't want to talk to you people. Let me pass. Does this invasion have any connection to Area 51? When are you leaving Earth? How many inhabited space colonies are in our solar system? Did they tell you? Please let me through. Just one question. I don't want to answer any questions and I have something time-sensitive to do. Please move. For the sake of humankind, do you want to answer, young lady? I'm blinded by the amount of photos people take of me. Who even uses flash photography in this day and age? Yeah, probe is definitely a third date thing. Hey, stop! but the camera keeps flashing. Nausea shoots through me as though I just played a game with terrible first-person camera physics. Never in my life have I wished Lynn was with me as I do now. That's enough. Egan Egan drapes fabric over me. God, that sentence is killing me. Egan drapes fabric over me, cutting me off from the crowd. He rests a hand on my back and guides me forward. I hold onto his arm to steady myself. A line of his soldiers have parted the crowd, though an eerie hush has followed over them. There's finally enough room for me to walk and breathe. Supreme Leader, your route is clear. Thank you, but I'm not the primary concern. Prank, are you okay? No, I feel sick and I can barely see thanks to all the flash photography. What? Phantom, how do you know this? Where? I shouldn't ask the question, actually. My grip on his arm tightens. I just want to go home. Let me assist. About 20 minutes later, we ease through my front door. He sets me down gently in the living room. Hey, water, now. Yes, Supreme Leader. There's a... Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Blisters on your knees, understandable. I thought you meant like there would be blisters on your lips or in your mouth. And I was like, how the fuck does that happen unless you have an STD? There's a tall glass of water between my palms a moment later. I drink some. It soothes my strained throat. I'm so happy to be home. But a whole news van convoy is outside filled with people intent on invading my privacy. Lynn was right. The publicity won't go away in a day. Yeah. Do you feel better? Marginally. I shall accept that as an improvement, no matter how slight. Why did you leave the mothership alone? Are you kidding me? And Dell dumped me outside like I was garbage. He told me to hurry home so I could meet you. You have my sincerest apologies. That will not happen again. But me getting mobbed by that crowd will. I open my mouth again, but hold my tongue after seeing Egan's troubled expression. I'm allowed to be angry, but what's the point in yelling at him specifically? According to his customs, he didn't do anything wrong following my win yesterday, and the excitement he had about meeting me was genuine, and the fact that he's an alien from another planet can't be helped. I realize then how quiet it is, and that Egan's waiting patiently for me to finish. I have nothing else to say, so don't look at me like that. You seemed like you had many grievances to divulge. I did, but forget it. Then, as I may only assume, correct me if I'm wrong, I apologize again, Prink. I understood Earthians were a curious bunch, but I didn't expect them to be so rude. Huh. In the interest of disrupting your life the least while fulfilling our contract, I'll do something about this. How? Not even celebrities can manage that thanks to gossip magazines and overzealous fans. I've given you my word. Please trust it. He has such unwavering promise in his eyes that I nod my head before I've even thought any more about it. Besides, it'll be difficult to court you. If we can't have any time alone together, I will return at the promised time. Which is, you gotta remind me, because I feel like I've just been hit by a bus. I glance at the clock. There's still another half an hour before I'm supposed to officially meet Egan. What exactly does he plan to do in that time? What exactly do you plan to... But he's gone. Air remains where he once stood. It won't be easy to solve the issue with the press. Egan won't be late, right? Though I suppose if he is this time around, it'll be a shortcut to me saving the universe. Guess I should shower. After all, I've only had enough time to brush my teeth and make coffee before I was dragged out of the house. That very cup is still sitting on the coffee table. Yeah, time to Men in Black the world. Yeah, ching, ching, ching. Let's erase everybody's memories. Probably except for me, honestly. Nyan, nyan, nyan. Goodness. 26 minutes later, I feel more presentable than cute. It'll have to do. Egan will be here in a few minutes. Concerningly, I haven't seen Lynn since I returned. Lynn, you home? I sent her a text when there's no reply. The front door opens. I gasp, seeing my sister. She's red-faced and teary. Lynn, what happened to you? What should I do? I may have to give them back. This game came out in December, I believe. Yeah, it was released December 9th of last year. Huh? Look, before that, close the door. The news vans are gone. All of them. The block is completely clear. Wow. He really got rid of them all? Yes, he did. Isn't it horrible? Huh? My sister flails her arms. I work so hard to corral everyone who's anyone outside our door, but Egan ruined everything. Can I kill my sister? Wait, you called all those privacy violators?
Of course. How am I supposed to monetize this if nobody can see you?
Damn it, Lynn. Have you a clue how hard it was to get home? They practically trampled me.
I'd love to get trampled. Anybody gets trampled.
Can you hear yourself?
Do you? My stream ended abruptly. I think Egan jammed the network. I can't get back all the Uber chats I got. I promised my viewers an exclusive.
My sister seizes my shoulders and starts patting down my clothes. What? Stop! What are you doing?
Finding a spot for the body cam.
Lynn, I think you're actually crazy. Yeah, she's so creepy. I'm uncomfortable.
What's crazy is the opportunity slipped after how hard I worked.
Can I live a day in this house without you hustling everyone you met for $1? Have some integrity.
Integrity keeps you poor. Put on the cam.
She practically tears my clothes open, but I nearly tear her hair out. Hands off! Ugh.
Ouch! Ow! Cooperate, damn it! What kind of sister are you?
One who fucking doesn't want to do whatever the hell you're doing. Not when you can walk all over, that's for sure. Otome rings.
Yeah, not at my expense.
Lynn and I freeze in the midst of our fight. I've got 2 fingers up her nose to fend her off, and she's got a death grip on my wrist and ear. A familiar humming gently reverberates through our home from outside. Friends? Frank? My sister pats me down, steps back, and is the picture of excellence as she skips over to the entryway. She tugs the door open.
Brother-in-law, come in!
Oh, you shameless sister-in-law. It's good to see you.
Egan's equally as shameless. He said that without missing a single beat.
He eases the door closed behind him and offers my sister a luxuriously wrapped package as big as her head. I heard it's Earthian customs to bring a gift for one's host.
Oh my gosh, you didn't have to, but thank you.
While she's tearing open the package with noises so shamefully gleeful, I worry our mother's preparing a slipper to throw from across the country. Egan crosses to me. I'm punctual this time.
Yeah, great job.
Huh? Oh, yes, you are. Great job. Wait. Amazing. Shall we head out? He gives me once over. You look beautifully combat ready.
Thanks? You too?
Those pants are a brilliant choice.
You like them?
Exceedingly. You'll have enviable mobility.
Mobility for what?
Ah! My sister's excited screech distracts me. Egan's men fill our entire foyer with presents, clothing, and baskets of goods. And more keep coming.
I need force space to live here? Shush!
My sister gives me a glare that all demons in hell would tremble seeing.
Brother-in-law, are all these friends too?
They are. It's the least I can do considering you're hosting us. Wait, what? Who's hosting who? The mothership was parked at your city center until they gave me this.
He got a parking ticket!
Egan places a yellow ticket on my palm. It's from the Osei Police Department. Pretty ballsy of the police. A ticket and alien prince. Your mothership was blocking a flight path and they threatened to fine you if you didn't move. Yes, so I've relocated to the airspace above your home at present. I suppose that's why he's laying it on thick with gifts. Considering he helped me out earlier, I'll let his spaceship be.
Oh, you can move right in alongside the gifts.
What she means is you're free to park your ship where it is. Thank you. Shall we commence with our date?
Yes, let's go.
I stride towards the door and Egan follows. We have to climb over the mounds of gifts to make it outside the front door. Anytime I struggle with a particularly precarious bit, Egan offers me a hand and helps me. Should we assist Lynn with getting all this inside before we go? And deny her the chance to roleplay a dragon with an impressive horde? I think not. I've never heard those words in that order. What do you mean? Don't worry about it. You know, dragons and hordes of gold? Egan shakes his head. Interesting. But dating him should be the primary focus. Amazing. Egan and I make it downtown undisturbed. Somehow. What magic did this man concoct to make us be able to walk unharassed? Most people give us a curious passing glance, but that's it. I don't know what he did or how, but I'm thankful. Maybe now I can enjoy the day. There's no rule stating I must be miserable trying to save the world. Yeah, he's gonna die when we start talking about the Impreg. He's gonna be like, you Earthians do what? Be like, well, not all of us do. In fact, not really. Oh, whoops. Considering it's our first day, a classic date would be best. My plan is to start simple and gradually work my way up, adding interest and fun to our dates as we go. Today, I planned a simple picnic in the park with him. Hey, we know he can eat Earth food, right? Here's the plan. We're going to buy ingredients from the supermarket, create the food for our picnic, and then enjoy it together in the park. What's a picnic? It's a type of outing where you pack food you make to eat outdoors. Implying that most of your Earthian meals are eaten indoors? Is a meal outside such a special rarity? I guess it is. I'd never thought about it deeply before. If it's such a rarity, what are they doing? Egan points a passerby devouring a taco, while he chats into an earpiece. Is that not a picnic? No, that's someone talking and eating. He's probably working. He points at a young woman on a bench finishing a crepe. Then that's a picnic? Nope, she bought that at the stall next to her. He points to a third person absolutely demolishing a bento box with rolls, onigiri, and some type of salad. What about that picnic? Egan, us having the picnic would tell you more about it than trying to decipher what it is from various strangers. How confounding. I'll patiently await answers on this picnic. I laugh a little despite my situation. Now that I'm meaningfully spending time with him, this is kind of nice. Looks like he isn't holding a grudge about yesterday either. We'll buy ingredients first. Think about what you'd like to eat while we shop. He doesn't know Earth food. I grab a cart and pilot it around the supermarket, scooping up ingredients as I go. What a peculiar instrument. No! Wolf, how did you know I was shrimping? How did you know? And it was such a comfortable shrimp, too. My back is a little upset from pushing that fucking giant dresser. Well, technically, I didn't push the dresser. I pushed the dresser a little, absolutely lacerated my thumb. That's not a laceration, it just cut my thumb. And then we were able to get a plastic bag underneath it, and we used that to drag it out. So I pushed the dresser, cut myself on the dresser, and then pulled the dresser. But, you know, I'm injured. And my back was very much not happy. There we go. I was like, when is the ad gonna start? Now, apparently. Thank you for that push. Big yawns. Big yawns today. And I have to go do more of this tomorrow. To do this all over again tomorrow. Not as long. Did I have any help? Oh, yeah, absolutely. I did this with my Earth Mom and my Earth Dad. The three of us were basically working, physically all day. Between the three of us. Hi, Zero! Whoa! On a big living room TV? I'm a big cat! I'm a big cat! Ugh. Tomorrow, we have to do more. I basically have to go be at my Earth parents' house at 10 a.m. And we're gonna basically probably be working until 4. But because it's Mother's Day, I get to eat donuts with my mom. With my Earth Mom. But, ugh, man. Oh. I've been done so much driving. Excuse me. Driving and physical labor and mental labor. It's a lot of mental labor with sorting stuff and organizing stuff and being like, do you want this? I don't know. Do I want that? I did get a nice amount of books that my Earth Mom no longer wanted. She was like, do you want these books? These like fantasy books? I was like, yeah, I do. I also got a lot of movies. I got a nice amount of movies, so I'll figure out how to get a new disk drive, and we can watch like some movies for watch party. That's super fun. That's super fun. But there's a lot to do still. There's a lot to do still. And I have, let me double check. How many other game demos do I have? Because despite being sick, I still said yes to so many other demos. Okay, so we have, they're all sorts of movies, like Disney movies, a couple, like, I think she gave me a copy of like The Long Engagement or something, which she was like, here, you watch this. I was like, all right, okay, Mom. So tomorrow we have Chrysanthemum on the Way to Sweet Dreams, and then we have, not during the festival, but other people reach out to me for festival stuff, and I was like, can I play your game after the festival? I'm sick. And they were like, yeah. So Princess of World's End, Fate Masquerade, Poetry in Purgatory, Sweet Valentine Chocolatier, Telleracine, Pre-Odyssey, and Merry Crisis. So that is 7 more games. That is 7 more games. And then we have birthday stream on the 23rd and the 24th. And then I will be unable to stream the 29th, 30th, and 31st because I will be traveling. So, man, lots of fun stuff happening. What a peculiar instrument. Egan stares pointedly at our shopping cart. A container used to hold other containers of various shapes and viscosities. Why are there holes in it? I've never considered that before either. Then consider it now. If its purpose is to hold things, why not make it a solid? Probably because it's cheaper, and also so you can see what's inside. Can one not simply stare into the cart? Not every human is tall enough for that. Egan gasps. Where are these fabled little Earthians? I must take one back to Ornthon. Unless you want a very startling title from the police, I don't think you can. And what moniker is that? Egan, we're here to shop, remember? Here. Let's not talk about kidnapping children. I tear my grocery list in half. If you would kindly fetch the rest of... A duel at last! I prepared myself for this moment! Huh? Wait. He slaps the list I gave him against the alien witch wristwatch instrument on his arm. A shower of particles shoots out from the screen, and all the ingredients I had left to buy cycle through as holograms. You're finally challenging me. I'll fetch everything on this list. Count on me to complete this quest before you. Hey, hold on, I wasn't... He races away into the store without hearing another word. Sir, please. Frankly, I don't trust him to return with everything we need. Hell, I didn't get to ask him what he wanted to eat at our picnic. I'd hoped to bring that up naturally while shopping. In the end, I picked all the ingredients I need without seeing Egan again a single time, which is why it's especially surprising when I finally spot him waiting by the entryway, bags in hand. Prank, I've bested you. Have you? This wasn't a competition. Of course it was. It wasn't. We're dating each other today, remember? Yes, hence why we're dueling. All courtship on Ornthon is like this. A receipt materializes on his wristwatch and 3D prints in real time. When it's finished, he passes the paper to me. Behold, my prowess of Earthian culture. He actually found all the ingredients I asked for, and it seems he was done 7 minutes after we separated. He spent a whopping $89.78. It's a staggering price considering I told him to fetch diced chicken, celery, red onion, butterhead lettuce, and bread. Oh, I picked all this up too. Look, I passed him my receipt. Impossible. How come your bill is only $34.82? We collected the same items. I shop here all the time and use their coupons. Nobody can play those inflated prices without them. They blew up my prices and that's how I lost. Oh, that's not it. Oh, you know what? Sure, it was the corporations. Blast, I've invested once again. I think it also helps that the butcher here likes me. He always sets aside the best discounted meat for me. You know, if you told him that Earth people do, he probably would. Gah, I cannot defy him, as I too would have given you a deal on my meat! No! No! Don't laugh, Frank. Whatever you do, don't laugh. He's very serious about that in a completely innocent way. If you're done, shall we head back to my house? Yes, I'll race you, and this time I'll win. Again, it's not a competition. We can go to get... Yeah! He hefts his bag high and sprints out the door. We walked here together, but I suppose I'll be alone on my way back. I didn't intend to battle him, but if he's gonna jump at every opportunity, I may as well humor him. Okay. I make it home and set my bags down in the foyer to rest my arms. Egan's nowhere to be seen. His spaceship is parked above our house, so I doubt he's lost. But then, where is he? Actually, I don't see him or any of the presents I gave him. Did Lynn pack up everything already? Yeah, I'm into this. This guy is great. Well, considering the fact that our first date we were supposed to go on, he was 2.5 hours late and then invaded our planet. I don't know if he would know how to take us out to dinner. After setting the bags on the coffee table, I hunt for Egan and my sister. I open the front door and step out into the street. I hear labored panting up the block to my right. Egan's carrying his groceries, but he's sweating profusely. Based on the gestures of the guards surrounding him, they're begging him to relinquish the bags, but he keeps refusing. He stiffens when he sees me. You've won again. He bounds over. How? I took our exact route back and didn't see you pass me. I point to the bus. The bus dropping people off across the street.
Transit's how.
Vehicles were allowed. I ran as long as I could. You didn't stop to talk about the rules. His arms go limp. Supreme Leader, I tried to tell you. Enough. I wish to head inside. This planet's sweltering sun and heat, mixed with the persistent weight of this sustenance, is unbearable. My God. He sinks inside and places his grocery bags near my sofa. He flops onto the couch and sinks back into it. And he's still breathing hard. I pass him some water. Thank you. Egan's guard materializes beside me, sprinkling a powder into Egan's water and then vanishes. After a stir, Egan sips at it. I wonder what that powder was. When you're ready, we'll start on the food for our picnic in the kitchen. Egan nods and sits up. He's barely caught his breath, so I squeeze his shoulder and encourage him to rest longer. Yeah, dear God, it was like today was like 88 degrees outside. And I was like, ugh, it's gross. It's gross. Ugh. You don't have to come now. Wait until you feel better. What a sentence. That time is now. Egan, you can hardly breathe. That's no excuse. I shall prepare for the next thing. It's a briefest glimpse into his grueling Orthonian schedule. No, relax. You have plenty of time before the picnic. Just stay here for a bit. I am ready. I can't get through to him. His competitive is too deeply ingrained. So I sit beside him on the couch. Our next competition takes place here. That's why I told you to stay. Yes! This man is like a fucking puppy. It's time for our next grand duel. He perks up. Yes, and the rules are this. We must relax here for 5 minutes. Whoever relaxes more wins. How will we decide the winner? I hadn't thought that far ahead, but of course you'd ask that. By resting heart rate? That will suffice. Then let's relax. I settle into the sofa and Egan does the same. I check my watch. It's been a while since I've sat down, intent on doing nothing. It's harder than I remember, especially as I'm currently focused on picnic prep. Yeah, I plan to make chicken salad sandwiches and egg salad sandwiches. Then I'll chop up some watermelon slices for a light snack. We have ingredients in the cupboard for simple chocolate mousse cups too. I think that'd be fun to make with Egan. Speaking of, I glance beside me. And burst into giggles when I see Egan. What on earth are you doing? Relaxing the Earthian way. He's decked out with an eye mask and swathed in a cozy blanket, despite the sweltering sun outside. Hi, General. He's got a mug of tea in one hand and a book he can't possibly be reading without sight in the other hand. If that's what works for you, I won't disturb you. You're peculiar. Do you mean that as a compliment? Yes, I only find utterly ordinary things disturbing. What would an alien classify as ordinary? If I were to think about it too much, I'll fail at relaxing, so I close my eyes instead. Green neat beeps eventually go off once 5 minutes have passed. Time's up. Egan sheds the blanket, lifts his eye mask. 2 cucumbers flop onto his thighs. I believe you won this one. Congratulations. The guards who've been following Egan around materialize. Pardon the interruption, but based on the terms of the duel, you were the winner, Brink. This man is losing it. What the? How did I win on relaxing? Each of them taps their wrist and digitized information flashes across the screen. Your resting heart rate was 62 compared to our Supreme Leader's heart rate of 142. One screen has a steady heartbeat, while the other is racing so fast you could stuff it in a sports car and speed off. Yeah. Why is your heart beating so fast? Are you okay? Egan hides behind one of his palms. I was nervous sitting here next to you. Sitting here next to you. I like you too much. Huh? Huh? I stifle my laughter, but not very well. He gives me a half-hearted glare when I really break out into a fit. You're adorable, Egan. Adorable? I can take that as a positive emotional response, correct? Yes, you can. Come with me. I grasp Eden's hand and tug him up from the sofa. We are absolutely going to kill this man on the first date. If we kiss his cheek, he's going to explode. In the kitchen, Egan stands beside me. We have all our ingredients on the counter. Our next duel is making food for our picnic. We're making egg sandwiches, chicken salad sandwiches, cutting watermelon, and making chocolate mousse for dessert. The goal is to make the food as aesthetically pleasing as possible within the time limit. I want to be out of here in an hour. The timer starts as soon as we settle on who's making what. I glance up at the crowd of aliens on the other side of my counter. As any good sibling would, I love my sister in with them. They clap for Egan and I as if we're professional chefs streaming recipes. Sounds quite educational. Supreme Leader, we're rooting for you. Woo! Go sis! This is a much needed break from editing my haul video. Well, now I know what Lynn was doing. She must have had her headphones on upstairs when I called her. Thanks, but you don't need to cheer. We're doing simple cooking. Yeah, we're gonna kill him first. My bets are on my sister winning this. She's a stellar cook. I know, she's fed me for years. That may be so, but our Supreme Leader has an impeccable palate. Heh, I'll bet you Earthians have never had Cosmoroni. I haven't. We should fix that. Lynn sticks her hand out to the aliens. Two of them hurriedly slap their wristwatches and hunt for what I presume is the recipe. For my sanity, I pretend I no longer know her. Egan, I think it's only fair if we each make one dessert and one sandwich. When you say sandwich, you're talking about that food that uses 2 pieces of bread with a filling between them, yes? I am. I'll let you go first. Choose what you want to make. Interestingly enough, Egan chooses to make the chicken sandwiches because if he fucks up the mousse, I'm gonna cry. I need the chocolate. I need the chocolate. The chicken salad and watermelon slice for our picnic. Although he's a planet conqueror, I verify he can slice watermelon into neat triangles before I turn away from my own tasks. Yeah, it really does just sound like macaroni and cheese. I get eggs boiling on the stovetop, set aside the ice bath for them, and portion out everything else for the filling in the meantime. I do the same with the chocolate mousse, then fetch small mason jars to spoon the actual finished mixture into. There is a minor chance he would actually bring an actual mousse. As I'm pulling the hand whisker from the cupboard, my timer for the eggs goes off. I transfer the eggs to the ice bath and mix the heavy cream, chocolate, and vanilla extract into mousse. The aliens clap as I portion the mousse into the mason jars, add a dollop of whipped cream, and chase on the remaining chocolate on top. Once it's transferred to the fridge... Hi, Reaper! I peel the eggs, press the yolks through a sieve, and mash the entire mixture together to create the filling. I wrap 4 filled sandwiches in cling wrap and place them in the fridge. They need to chill before I can cut them aesthetically enough to win the challenge. Since I have some free time, I snack on a few squares of the leftover chocolate. I'm once again reminded that baking chocolate is too bitter to be eaten like a regular chocolate bar. Though enough time has passed, I unwrap the sandwiches, slice off the crusts, and slice them horizontally so that they maintain their shape in the glass container. I pull out my dessert and display it beside the sandwiches. I'm no professional chef, but it's a beautiful spread. I finished everything with 15 minutes left to spare. I'm doing pretty alright. I cannot wait to see what terror Egan has. The scent of fresh bread stops me. The kitchen is also several degrees hotter, which makes sense since I hear the oven door shutting beside me. The aliens clap and there's a familiar plonk of a baking sheet. Amazing work, Supreme Leader. Your sandwiches are unparalleled beauty. I'm confused about what those are, but the spirit's there. Egan's sandwiches lay on the baking sheet I usually make cookies on. Said sandwiches are actually puff pastries. He cuts one in 2 and the steaming filling pours out. They're stunning and I'm impressed by the beautifully golden brown exterior, but a puff pastry isn't a sandwich. My sister lunges up with her phone and snaps photos of my food and Egan's. I finish, but a few seconds after you this time, Prig. I point at Egan's tray. What are those? Sandwiches. Those are puff pastries with a filling. A sandwich needs bread. There is bread. I used the entire sliced loaf to make the required dough. What? How? What? That shouldn't be possible.
Yeah, besides, we call a slab of ice cream between two sandwiches a cookie. There's no... Between two cookies a sandwich. There's no bread involved there at all.
Then be quiet if you aren't helping me. She draws a fake zipper across her lips and returns to snapping photos. Would you kindly try the sandwich I've made before you reject it? Fine. You know what? It doesn't matter. It really does not matter. I will taste the sandwich. Fine. I'll give it a try. Our audience claps as I collect the piece Egan offers me. Just lifting the pastry out emphasizes its luxuriousness, the alluring, flaky, golden brown exterior, and the scent of the gently baked filling. I swallow to keep him salivating, chop into the pastry. Oh, it was so delicious that you forgot your entire argument and the meaning of your existence. No. Okay, you did not make a sandwich. I pulled my sandwiches closer.
No, we're not doing that. Look, these are sandwiches.
Mine are also sandwiches.
Must we argue semantics and terminology? What you've made is a puff pastry at worst and a pie at best.
And what is a pie by definition?
A baked dish of fruit or meat and vegetables, typically with a top and a base of pastry.
Yeah, he just fucking kills us, which is what you made. Can we not then agree the same for sandwiches? Argue the same for sandwiches? Pies and sandwiches are drastically different. As we've entered a stalemate on this, we should resolve it democratically. Lynn, if you would. My sister pops up between Egan and me. Oh my god, her fingers fly across her phone. When she finally shows it to us, there are trending polls across various social media sites. She placed a photo of the food Egan and I made wherever she could. Unfortunately, we can't see the results without voting.
As the web needs time to work its magic, you two should get out of here. Enjoy your date.
She hands me a neatly packed picnic basket and my head spins. When did she pack up our food? Amazing. Lynn's corralling us towards the front door before I can get my bearings.
Off you go, kiddos. Live the clean up to us and enjoy your lives.
Wait a second.
Go on, get out. Bye-bye.
You dare withhold the results of our duel?
Yeah-huh, toodaloo.
The door slams. I stand outside on the streets with Egan. No matter how many times I encounter her, I cannot decode the true demeanor of your sister. Give up on that. You'll be better off. She's always been a whirlwind. I'm embarrassed by Lynn's haphazard matchmaking, yet Egan laughs as if he's having the time of his life. You have a fine family. I imagine you have a surplus of fond memories. If you could call it that. I have and shall continue to do so. What's with that smitten look? May I finally unravel the mystery of a picnic? Water. Yeah, I'll guide us to the park. Okay, we're gonna have our picnic. The sun is hot enough to fry an egg even on the grass, but we find a spot in the shade. It's one of those days where it's the perfect temperature of the shade, but hot enough to burn it a few minutes in the sun. Egan holds the basket while I set up our picnic. Picnics require blankets. Observed.
It's not required, but it certainly makes things comfier.
I point to the bottom left corner of the blanket furthest from the tree.
Set the basket down over there. We'll use it as a weight for that side of the blanket.
Well, we'll weigh down the other 3 corners.
We will.
I pat the spot beside me on the blanket. I'm unfamiliar with that gesture.
It means come join me.
Oh, it's an invitation. He sits on the blanket beside me and leaves about a forearm's worth of space between us. The wind blows the comforting scent of his shampoo. He has well, I mean, I was gonna say, of course he has shampoo, and the faint undertone of coconut in my direction. I hand him an empty plate as I unpack our lunch. Do all picnics require 2 participants?
No, you can picnic alone. It's just uncommon. What would you like to eat?
Everything you make. He accepts the jar of chocolate mousse I hand him along with a spoon. Egan scoops out a spoonful of mousse experimentally before popping it in his mouth. His face lights up as he savors the dessert. Oh, you like chocolate, huh? We devour our mousse cups in silence before I portion out the sandwiches. Why would you eat the mousse first? I mean, I guess it would melt. But that's dessert. You eat dessert last. The chicken pastries Egan made are noticeably soggier than earlier thanks to the steam and condensation from being packed without cooling. He declines the pastries but accepts a generous helping of the egg salad sandwiches I made. Before he can take a bite, an alien guard materializes and sprinkles the powder onto his sandwich. Oh no. Did he take the food poisoning seriously? We eat in mutually enjoyed silence once more. However, there are still interruptions whenever Egan grunts in approval while eating. It's difficult for me not to do the same, considering Egan's take on a sandwich is delicious. It's like how I imagine winning the lottery when you're down on your luck feels. And that's with it being slightly soggy. I can't imagine how mind-blowingly delicious it would have tasted fresh out of the oven. Actually, it's better I didn't try it. It's a simple recipe, yet the way Egan made it is tasty enough to make me stupid with delight. What would it be like to eat food this tasty every day? Wow. We're already falling for him just based on sandwiches. These are delectable.
Likewise.
I'm curious about your limitations. What can't you do?
Oh, plenty. How about you?
Currently, the only thing I can't do is best you. I don't know about that, Chief. This pastry sandwich is one good crunch away from giving me an existential crisis.
If we're dueling now,
Based on the taste of the food we made, you definitely win. No, the honor of victory is yours. Taste this but one flavor. Your natural cooking skills left me mesmerized.
meh, I learned to cook to care for my sister.
It's the least I could do after she left our hometown with me, when I selfishly wanted better than what we had. Do Earthians consider such motives selfish? Some people do. Are you still a wanderer?
Not anymore. I planted my roots here in Oze. It's a lovely place.
What about you? What's Orthon like?
It's busy, but it's home.
I've never once run out of tasks since the day I was born. He's that busy? That's insane. And if that's the case, then how often has he actually gone home? You take frequent breaks, right? Take breaks from who? I'm quite solid and won't be altering my matter anytime soon. Or are you worried about the mothership? I assure you our safety system is top of the line. I laugh, but cover my mouth with my palm since I'm mid-sandwich bite.
No, not break as in fragile or a safety feature. I meant break as in you take time to rest, eat, sleep.
I don't quite follow.
You sleep, right?
Only as I must to keep my mind sharp. Sounds like plenty of people I know.
And you eat?
I do, but it's different from what you're imagining. Orthonians take tablets as sustenance. The tablet contains all the nutrients we require.
I'm guessing that's what the powder is?
Can you not take in nutrients what you're eating now?
No, you should not eat dessert first.
I can, but it's an infinitesimal amount. Egan tugs his mouth wide open enough I can see inside. He has strange, neat lines along his cheek with rows of filaments nested inside. It reminds me of fish gills. Because of these, powders absorb better. Solids, however, are a challenge.
It's fascinating. What happens if food gets stuck in there?
Then my tongue becomes my primary removal implement. It's why solids are an enjoyable challenge.
You lick and prod at it until it comes out?
Usually, but there are other tools on the mothership I may use if necessary.
Can I see your tongue?
Can I see your tongue? His tongue is far longer than expected, and there are sharp points similar to papillae at the tip.
To my naked eye, everything else about it seems normal, but I'm sure much more would be revealed if I studied it under a microscope.
He rolls most of his tongue back into some kind of storage pocket on the bottom of his mouth. When he's done, it's about the size of a normal human tongue.
I'm fascinated, but it'd be inappropriate to examine any more of your anatomy during this picnic.
Egan laughs. I don't think he'd be against that, honestly. You're more than welcome to do so if you leave this planet with me. My face heats up. Is he flirting with me? Yes! Yes! Yes, he is! Yes, he is.
Don't offer again. I don't have enough willpower to say no.
When he opens his mouth, I stuff some of his sandwich in it. Tempt me not. Egan's eyes crinkle with deep amusement as he chews. I've barely recovered by the time he swallows. You're quite blasé. I feared my earlier disclosure may scare you. I gasp and tilt back with fake shock. I'm offended that you haven't noticed how much of a freak I am. That is a joke?
Yes, it's a joke. I'm having a great time with you.
You could split your face in 3 and spit acid, and I'd still eat sandwiches like this with you. Splitting one's face and spitting acid is more oh, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Zizerk's trait. Their manners are rather impeccable, considering. What? Enough! You're only making me more curious. He leans in closer as I cackle. His eyes glint with mirth. If I'm back in your good graces, I'd like to do that thing we did earlier. Huh?
What thing?
That thing with our hands. You'll have to be more specific. What? We've done many things with our hands. He takes my hand in his.
This. Right. I held his hand while I guided him to the kitchen. Oh,
no.
It's okay, but we still have to eat the watermelon.
We each grab a slice of watermelon with our free hand. As before, an alien guard materializes and sprinkles a powder onto his watermelon. Egan holds it flat enough for his guard to coat one side, then he flips it over to the other side.
So what exactly is that powder anyway?
It's a nutrient-rich plankton native to Ornthon. It's easy to cultivate and harvest, making it practical for long voyages.
Does it taste good?
Taste is impertinent. It serves its purpose, satisfying all our nutritional needs.
Can I try some?
Egan offers his slice of watermelon to me. I lean in, take a small nibble, and it tastes awful! The powder adds a chalky texture to the watermelon, and the flavor has taken on a bitter saltiness with an almost meaty aftertaste. Egan suppresses a laugh behind his hand as he watches me struggle to maintain my composure. I quickly dig into my untainted watermelon, trying to cleanse the offensive taste from my mouth. I've been told it's something of an acquired taste.
And you couldn't have said something before offering some to me?
Would it have dissuaded you?
Ugh.
He's got me there. It's an incredibly enjoyable day, and we stick around in the park chatting until the sun sinks and the soft orange glow of sunset illuminates us. I forgot we're getting graded. Oh boy. Alright. It's well after 9 p.m. when Egan escorts me home. Only when I'm safely on the front step does he release my hand. I pivot and clasp our picnic basket in both palms. Frank, today was a pleasure. Thank you.
You're welcome. I had a good time too.
There's a lull in our conversation. I understand I'll see you tomorrow, yet the disappointment of parting exists all the same. Same for me. Egan clasps his hand behind him. I kick a stone off of our front step. The hum of the spaceship above us fills the silence. It's surreal. Don't I have to come up to the ship for that evaluation? Oh, you're right. He covers his face, then snaps to attention. How could I have forgotten something so crucial?
Probably because you relaxed for the first time in your life.
Is that what relaxing does? Makes you forgetful?
Being overly tense does the same things. I don't know what to tell you.
We don't yet have the results of our cooking competition either.
I'll check in with Lynn and see where we're at with that.
Let me brush my teeth, change my clothes, and then I'll come up to the ship for my evaluation. I shall eagerly anticipate your arrival.
Do more than anticipate it. It's a race.
Egan shouts. Wait, it's a duel? I rush inside, making the best use of my head start. I return outside in 9 minutes. 2 familiar guards wait my arrival. Handsome alien, Aim Beats, good to see you. Every time we see you, you are stranger, Earthian. And every time I see you too, you're more Bishonen than the last time. Take me up into the ship, please. I'm beamed inside the familiar purple and blue rooms, but I don't see Egan.
Egan, are you here?
You must be the infamous contract violator I keep hearing about. A deep, velvety voice I've never heard before addresses me from the gloom. The alien it belongs to steps into the light, and I hold my breath seeing him. No. Hello, sir. He's nothing like Egan, and Dell, or any of the other aliens I've met. He looks like I expected a planet-conquering alien to be, with his broad, muscular build, scars, and overbearing countenance. Egan's the same height as me, and Dell is shorter than me, but this alien is so tall that I feel like an ant, gazing up at the breadth of an old oak tree. No, I think this is Nabo. The way they spoke about you, I thought you'd be taller, as well as less. His crimson eyes flick over me. Friend-shaped.
Thank you, and you are?
We won't be relevant to each other following this conversation, so there's no need for formal introductions.
That's offensive. Egan and I are getting along great.
Seems you haven't considered that may be the primary reason why we won't be relevant to one another.
Have I offended you somehow by coming here?
Everything offends Nabo, contract violator. Feel free to ignore him. Yeah, this is Nabo. He's such a hulking bulk of muscle that I doubt that's possible.
Hi, Andel.
Good evening. The space door to my left opens and Egan rushes out. His PJs are adorable.
Why is he suddenly wearing glasses? Actually, everyone on this ship is except Andel, whose glasses are on his head. Also, seeing Andel beside Egan and Naboo, it registers just how short Andel is. Maybe he's got that rancid attitude to make himself seem bigger. Blast, I thought I made it.
Andel lifts his stack of papers. It obscures his lips like a fan would for a stereotypical noble lady. She beat you, although you were aboard the ship. You're the most disappointing specimen I've ever had the displeasure of knowing.
I see no.
He's so mean.
Hey, that's harsh.
Harsh is the only language Andel speaks. Fortunately, he only speaks it to Egan.
But Egan's lovely. He's thousands of times better than any politicians we've had in the last several decades.
Oh my. Fortunately, you're young, Earthian. There's time yet for you to develop an accounting for taste.
Wow. His remarks cut straight through the heart, huh? Sino, we're dating an alien. We're dating an alien. It's the one on the left in the PJs. He's a little silly. We beat him at Yu-Gi-Oh! And he proposed to us, and we said, huh? No! And now we're dating.
Andel, you may be rude to me as you wish, but be courteous to our guest. Better yet, shall we proceed with the evaluation? I feel my lifespan decreasing with every second I'm in your proximity, glorified crown-wearing urchin that you are. Yeah. My apologies for Andel once again, Prink. Let us score today so you may be on your way. A screen rises up from the floor before Egan, and a platform beneath my feet raises me above the others. Egan taps a few buttons on his watch, and a digital screen forms before me. The amendment score for today, for day 1 of 3, is... The number jumps around before my eyes, scrolling impossibly fast, as though I tugged a lever on a gambling machine. The end shows a 0, and the second column is another 0. A number 1 falls in the final spot. My score is 100? Yes, I thoroughly enjoyed myself. Huh, 100 is rather generous. Thought you'd give her a 10 at most. I lucked out getting chosen by Egan. I've been here all of 10 minutes, and his crewmates are unbearable. Congratulations, Earthian. You've survived the first day.
Why do you phrase it like that?
Because you may be vaporized any day you fail horribly enough.
What? You can't do that!
Huh? But I can. It wasn't one of the clauses in the document you signed.
Oh, you horrible little...
Unfortunately, I don't have the pleasure of subjecting Egan to that today. A shame, really. There's seriously something wrong with Andel for him to say that with a smile. You're free to leave. We'll see you tomorrow evening for the evaluation. Andel gestures behind me and the space door opens. I get chills remembering how fast it collapsed into a ramp, so I don't step on it just yet. I notice the crinkling of Andel's eyes. The contract violator learns. What a feat. I can't say the same about the overgrown algae we call Prince.
I have a name, you know. It's actually really close to Prince. It's Prink.
Does the half-wit address you by it?
Well, yes.
It's irrelevant to me. Good evening to you.
Andel.
He stalks away without a single glance backward.
Hi, Kylo. Oh, it's all good.
Amazing.
Wow, what a piece of work.
Ignore him. I'll escort you back home.
Why are you wearing glasses?
I mean, I'm not upset, but why are you wearing glasses?
I suck at a deep breath when Egan and I are back on my front porch. He pulls off his glasses and places them on his watch. The instrument absorbs it in a puff of particles. This is Love Limit. It's pinned. The link to the Steam game is pinned. We are romancing an alien who wants to take over the Earth. But he only wants to take over the Earth because we're here. So we have to romance him to make him not. Why the glasses, by the way?
It's an Andel measure. After a certain time of night, he refuses to perceive anyone without spectacles.
Huh? I now have a deep understanding of how you've been single for so long.
Meaning?
Nabo and Andel are rude enough to scare most people off. Does that mean I cannot enjoy your company tomorrow? No, I'll come over. Oh, well, I suppose you must for the sake of your planet. Yeah! Even if the Earth wasn't at stake, I'd come check on you. I meant what I said. It's been a while since I've had that much fun.
Then I'll look forward to our competitions tomorrow. Enjoy your rest.
You too.
I slip inside and collide with Lynn.
Youch! Hey! What are you doing so close to the door? Eavesdropping. You had such a good mood going on until you visited that spaceship. Speaking of which, what's it like inside? I waved like a madwoman while you were gone, but nobody beat me up.
You don't want to go up there. Egan's the only nice one.
Oh, don't be so hard on them. They probably woke up on the wrong side of the bed or stepped in some water after donning fresh socks.
First, none of them wear socks, and second, that's so alarmingly specific. Actually, I'm far too tired to get into it with you now. Forget it.
Shut up! They probably need time to warm up to you. The aliens who helped me clean up were kinder than I thought. Speaking of,
Lynn sticks out her tongue, is a gradient from purple to navy, and hundreds of white spots speckle her tongue like the night sky. What alien STD do you have?
Don't eat Cosmoroni. My tongue's been like this since you left. No amount of scrubbing has changed that. The process of making it melted all our good bakeware, too.
It what? Who's gonna replace that?
Don't have a heart attack, I've already replaced it. Can we chat about something that matters now? How was your date with Egan?
I would like to slam this girl's head against the wall a couple good times. Oh no, we are not getting into that. I still have 2 days left. I'm heading to bed.
No, Party Pooper! Wet blanket, stick in the mud, grumpy upkins.
I walk away and head upstairs.
Ugh, lessons. Please, sis, you have to tell me. I'm dying to know.
I figured you'd be too busy flaunting on social media to wonder.
Am I so heartless in your mind? I was super worried when they took you away this morning. But I figured things went well since the sky didn't go all weird.
Thank you for your vote of confidence.
If you really hate Egan, I'll figure something out so you don't have to see him again.
That won't be necessary. He's a bit clumsy, but he's...
He's okay.
We'll say cute, because he is cute. He's like a puppy. He's cute. Well, the personality and looks. My sister gasps and squeals and throws her hands up and it does a happy dance.
Yes! Oh my god! Yes! That's amazing news! You guys are super duper cute together! Remember when I told you he was a cute alien? You'd be like,
and you were all, face? Yes, I remember.
Yet here we are now! My cranky sister finds out what she likes. Like is a stretch. And hey, I'm not cranky. I'm practical. Which is totally why you carry a sewing kit, a massive water bottle, and a multi-tool everywhere, right?
And you were thankful for it every time you needed any of them, if I recall.
Lynn tosses herself on my bed and scoots over. I'm really happy for you, you know? I was super afraid this wouldn't work out.
I mean, working out is, that's a stretch.
You were superbly pissed waiting in that cafe, and I thought it all but ensured you grew old with 100 cats.
And what's wrong with that? I might still want 100 cats, ma'am. You know what? Yeah, I might still want 100 cats. I might still want 100 cats.
Well, if you still want them, I'll support you. Though preferably I'll support you about a block or two over to spare myself the smell. Hey!
Are you done taking my bed?
Nah, I think I'll spread out a little longer. Treat me as part of this mattress.
I plop my pillow down on my sister's face and flop onto her. Her scream is muffled thanks to all the crushing.
Ugh, you brute.
I ease up as she stands. Lynn?
What's up?
There's chaos at first. There's still potential for it to become that way again.
Yeesh, if you're gonna praise me, leave off all the other stuff, won't you?
Yes, thank you. Wasn't so bad to get out of the house and spend time with someone else for once.
She taps her phone and wipes an imaginary tear away from her eye.
Yes, thank you. Oh, yeah. My voice spews out of her device.
Perfect. I'll play this anytime you're in one of those I'm right about this moods. Hey, delete that!
I lunge for her, but she dodges.
Absolutely not. I've worked hard for this. I'll play this at your celebration of life. When?
Oh, man. Oh, excuse me. My morning starts off easy and without any interruptions. I sleep in for an hour, take a long shower, then browse the internet for a good while. My peace shatters when I step into a kitchen full of guests I didn't know we were having. And Dell's seated at our dining table, finishing the last of a plated breakfast. Nabo's across from him, scrolling a digital screen from his wristwatch. Oh, and his feet are on my table. Well, you certainly know how to take your time. It's a skill our half-wit could stand to learn.
Excuse me, Nabo, your feet? Lynn and I eat there.
Move them yourself if it bothers you.
Okay, bye, Andre.
He keeps scrolling, so I storm over and tug them off the table. Or try to. Huh? My hand faces through his, and his pixels distort before his visage solidifies again. Don't worry about him. He's actually on the mothership. Nabo gives me a hand wave as if to say, see, no harm done, but that's entirely not the point.
I don't care if your feet are real or not, get them off my table. Actually, who let you two into my home? I did! I made breakfast for everyone because Egan said it'd be nice for all of us to formally meet. Then gestures to the empty dishes before her. But Andel ate it all.
Oh, we appreciate your generous hospitality.
How could you eat all the breakfast? The courteous thing to do is have a little and leave enough for everyone else.
Eating is the privilege of the victorious.
They can't possibly think this is acceptable. I need to do something. Older sister energy.
Oh, I've had it. I don't know where these two learned their manners, but it won't matter in a moment. Lynn, did Egan mention how long he'll be away for?
He didn't, but he left because he said there was something he needed to grab.
Then watch the front door, please. I need to have a chat with these two. My sister swallows as I ease off my house flip-flops. She bails as if she can't get away fast enough. I wonder how you've treated your sister for her to run like that. You need not be curious long. You're about to find out. Although she's never been the recipient of it, she knows better the moment she feels my aura. Contract violator, why are you approaching me? You slam, wham, crash! Pam, 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 pam! Oh, that feels good. My morning is lovely, bright, and sunny, and it hasn't had any interruptions. I slept in like a baby, took a long shower, browsed the internet for at least an hour. I'm currently relaxing in the kitchen while the ever so kind Nabo and Adele treat Lynn and I to breakfast. The welcoming sizzle and scent of cooking eggs, bacon, and sausages, accompanied by fresh toast, is amazing. You two are so nice, right, Lynn? My sister, who's sweating profusely beside me, nods. I can't wait till Egan arrives and sees how wonderful you two are to us.
Nabo, I like my eggs over easy.
He obediently adjusts the...
My sister also takes 3 spoonfuls of sugar in her coffee, Adele.
Whoops. My sister also takes 3 spoonfuls of sugar in her coffee, Adele. Isn't that right?
It is.
Adele sets Lynn's coffee down gently before her after adding the instructed amount of sugar. She sucks air in through her teeth upon seeing Adele's swollen face, but quickly comes to hide it. He delivers my coffee next, and I take a relaxing deep sip of it. There's no morning better than this. Nabo sets a plate of food before Lynn and me. Prink, I heard you're awake. Egan cheerfully enters through the kitchen door. He plops into the unoccupied seat beside me. My heart does a little flip seeing you. I'm so happy to see you. His eyes widen when he sees the boat, Adele. You two, what happened? What exogorth attacked you? Go get treated on the mothership. Adele and both share a look before staring out the window. If they out me to Egan, they're in for another world of pain. We angered a force we shouldn't have. Thankfully, my polite smile is enough warning for them. What cosmic force was that? Doesn't matter. We lost a duel to them. It matters. I must best this formidable opponent neither of you could overcome for the pride of Orthon. Adele sighs deeply. Then we've already lost. Huh? What do you mean? He studies his comrades, then his eyes fall on me. I swallow him. Did he put 2 and 2 together? I'd rather not apologize, considering how Nabo and Adele acted in my home, but Earth's on the line. Perhaps I shouldn't have been so rash. Before I catch the emotion in Egan's eyes, he closes them. Well, I hope you two learned a valuable lesson. It's healthy to be humbled whenever you drift too close to a solar flare. We'll consider the lesson masterfully learned, right? Right. Although Egan smiles, both Nabo and Adele are tense. Their combined unease is an additional physical presence crowding the room. It leaves me curious about how exactly Egan leads his fleet. Please do enjoy your breakfast, Lynn. You too, beloved Prink. I think beating up Nabo and Adele has unintentionally made Egan more into me. I swear this man is just loathing her. He's so loathing her coded. I love it. I love it. I clear my throat, determined to move on. I will enjoy the breakfast, but what about you? Have you eaten? He loses all interest in his comrades as he focuses on me. I had a tablet, but I thought it'd be enjoyable to consume solids alongside you this morning. You don't have to. Perhaps not, but sustenance tastes better in your company. Lynn's practically feral with glee from Eden's obvious flirtation. His gaze rests on the various empty platters on the table. Unfortunately, it seems I dilly-dallied too long. Food's been consumed. You can have some of my breakfast if you'd like. I wouldn't dare. We have a whole day together. I wouldn't want you to be hungry. A tablet shall suffice. My hunger isn't like your hunger. I guess that's okay, but I'm still worried. No, please eat. Can you please eat a little bit more? I'd be worried otherwise. I hand him a slice of toast and top it with condiments, sprouts, tomatoes, and one of my fried eggs. Then I remember what he said about solids how he said solids are a challenge for him. Yet he's eating. Nabo sets a plate before him in what I assume is a discreet offer to abandon the food if he needs to, but Egan finishes the entire slice. It's not quite the breakfast with you that I imagined, but I'm glad to be in your company. Additionally, have I assuaged your concerns? Partially. Nobody stopped by and applied powder to your food. I'd already taken a tablet. It'd be gluttony to partake of another. Yes, I worried for nothing. To an extent, but it was enjoyable. You're one of the few people I've had the pleasure of being fretted over by. Aww. Well, I'll fret over you every day, because you seem like you could kill yourself with a sock and a wet paper towel. Is that something you should enjoy? Perhaps not, but I shall, since it means you care. If I hadn't met Andel and Naboo, I wonder if everyone on Orthon is as blunt as Egan. While we have everyone here, I'd like to offer proper introductions. We haven't yet had the pleasure. Egan gestures to Andel and Nabo, who have cleaned up. These two are the chief Orthonians who accompany me through my travels and conquests. Andel is my faction's esteemed researcher. He represents Orthonian nationalism and is in charge of the seamless integration of the planets we seize into Orthonian culture. No wonder he's so unbearable. That's a position of insane authority, and I'm sure he's made plenty of ruthless decisions for the sake of seamless integration. It's his job not to care about anything other than Ornthon. But if that's the case, why does he dislike Egan so much? Shouldn't they get along swimmingly since Egan is constantly securing planets for Ornthon? Beside him is Nabo. He's my faction's strategist and is in charge of the general welfare of Orthonians. He's my oldest friend and his mother's my mother's sworn aegis. Should either of them fall in battle, they'll fulfill the motherly obligation of the fallen. So you two are brothers if one of your mothers passes? In Earthian terms, yes. However, there are vastly more obligations following them. Sounds like Orthonian families get about as complicated as anywhere else. That said, Nabo was hostile to me too. I hope he isn't Egan's aegis. You mentioned factions. Does that mean you aren't yet the ruler of Ornthon? That title belongs to my father. He instructed all of his kin to explore the vastness of space and prove that any of us deserved his title. Any one of us. I assume the seat was already yours based on the way you talk. Egan twists his watch around on his arm. Speaking as such is a habit of mine. A deplorable one, I may add. I glance at Adele, and he climbs up. But you two obviously support him, otherwise why would you travel together? You are correct about that, Earthian. Adele glares. Leave me out of your assumptions. I'm part of this expedition solely so that neither of them perish. A service I'm being vastly underappreciated for, considering neither of them can tell guath powder from xanthan root. You're still burning up over that? Both are a white talc powder. They're the same to me. I can kill someone with both. No, you cretins. One is highly volatile. The other is poison. There's nothing similar about them. Nabo examines his hands. Ends and means. Death is the same regardless of specifications. Uh-oh. Why does drop frames pop up? So far, it seems fine. You could pretend to care about my contribution. Egan smiles at Andel. Well, I appreciate it. The mothership wouldn't be running without you. The fact you mean that is yet another reason I can't stand you. You've never once tried to do everything yourself, unlike your siblings. But based on what Egan told me during our picnic yesterday, he's the most hardworking guy I've ever met. I've absorbed everything you told me to, Andel. I know which is right when it's actually important. I'll know which is right when it's actually important, since our many arguments will come to mind. This conversation is no longer deserves my input. Enough. Egan's eerily lucky. We've seen evidence of that time and time again traveling with him. Oh, yay. Super lucky guy that, like, nothing ever goes wrong for him. Except when he tries to flirt with us, apparently. May I ask how many other people you're fighting for the throne? 67, if you include all my half-siblings, in-laws, cousins, nieces, and nephews. Lynn chokes on her coffee, and Del prints a handkerchief from his watch and passes it to her. I don't know whether it's a gesture from the heart or a consequence of the flip-flop I struck him with earlier, but I appreciate it. That's so many people! It is, and each competitor has their own fleet, with which they're conquering planets while we're bound to this one. Perhaps that's why Nabo likes me. To him, dislikes me. Not likes me, dislikes me. To him, I must be the obstacle that's keeping Egan from conquering other planets. Then we ought to finish our business as soon as possible so you don't fall behind, huh? Me? Fall behind where? She means your planet seizure count will fall behind our rivals while you frolic on this planet. Egan taps his watch with a scoff. A digital screen with numbers and a ranking appears before us. The number next to Egan's name spins so rapidly that I can't parse the number of planets he's successfully conquered. What I do understand is that his number is over 9 zeros long and is still rapidly increasing. Is that going up? But you're here with us! Of course it is. I've taught them very well. He laughs in a friendly way, but I can't shake the feeling that I haven't adequately assessed his character. I'd assumed Egan stumbled into success, but based on what I'm hearing, he's competent. Part of me wonders if his friendliness, or at least his facade of it, has played an invaluable part in his success as a planet conqueror. Yeah, wouldn't surprise me. He changes the screen with a tap. His image at the top gleams and sparkles, while everyone below him is grayed out. My family may be competing, but they first need a fraction of the skills I have to be considered a rival. Now you know another reason why I hate him. How could this empty-headed heathen be winning by such a margin? If my fleet couldn't do anything without me, then I'd have to destroy them. Nabo, why are you worried about Egan exactly? He shrugs. Hares and turtles. He's not our ruler yet. The nameplate beneath Egan's amazing score reads Gryvax. They have a modest 5 planets. That's all? Just 5? Yes, Grivy secured those 5 planets after 30 years of battling a platoon I was training. Our squad was such fine practice for mine that I withdrew at the 31st year. Is that the only reason she has those planets? Yes, it wouldn't do to crush her spirit. She's still growing. Dare I ask what comes after her growth? How thoroughly is he planning to crush her when she comes of age? Wait, how old is Gryvax? Egan talks about her like she's a child, although they fought for 30 years? I don't know what face I made, but Adele's staring. See? He's creepy. His ability to delegate is uncanny. Everyone has their place. All I've done is assign them according to their own ambitions. Creepy, overgrown algae. Lynn taps my shoulder and points in my ear. I lean over. What is it?
You should consider marrying Egan. Go to the courthouse today. You can't waste any more time.
What the fuck are you talking about? That's your advice after what you just heard?
Think about this. Even if you only get half of those planets when you split up...
We're not space travelers.
Not with that attitude.
I'll launch you into space if you keep up. I believe that includes introductions on my side. Lynn, would you kindly introduce yourself to my companions?
I'd love to, but there's not much to say. My name's Lynn Reeves, age 28. I started a degree in broadcasting.
She's my age? Huh? Huh? 20, you're my age? Huh? What? How? I know I'm mature, but how are you so not?
I started a degree in broadcasting, switched to computer science, then dropped out for personal reasons. Prince is my sister. Brink is my sister. We've lived together since she was old enough to leave home, and I tagged along. She works incredibly hard, so I try to make her life easier when I can.
A noble endeavor.
Lynn, do you really feel that? No further comments. I hope all of you treat my sister well.
Be my honor to do so.
Thanks, brother-in-law.
Lynn. If we're done playing house, I'm heading back to the ship. I'll join you after I finish these dishes. Adele crosses to the sink and begin washes our dishes. It was quite something what the fabled slipper can do to someone who's never felt it before.
Naboo, can I join you? I really want to see the ship.
You may, but if you attempt to film it, our electromagnetic shield will reduce your cellular device to ash.
Wowie, that's a security measure. I promise not to film, so please let me tag along.
Follow me if you want, but I won't be responsible for sending you home.
That's okay, since my home is below yours. Bye, sis.
I glance at the clock following their departure. It's already 1 p.m. Where did the time go? What are today's plans?
It's already so late, we'll have to keep it simple.
Since we walked around yesterday, let's stay in today. While your abode is beautiful, there's limited room here for competitions. Must we compete today? I figured we could relax. Competitions are integral to my people. If need be, I could make that my victor's demand. I have 4 of those banked with you after yesterday. That number may be higher if we don't have the results of yesterday's cook-off. I place my hand over Egan's, and he pauses. Don't think about that. While I understand duels are important to you, not dueling every day is important to me. Our competitions yesterday were my attempts at understanding you. Could you do the same for me today? Yeah, I don't know. Man, if I was with somebody who always wanted to make everything a competition, I think I would burn out so fast. Nothing would be fun anymore.
He seems nervous, but after meeting my gaze for a moment, he nods. Hi, Holly! He flips his palm over, gently squeezes my hand, and then releases it.
I'm uncertain what relaxing entails, but I shall try it.
I promise it'll be as fun as dueling.
I'm wary.
Okay, sleepy lurk.
Following yesterday's forgetfulness, I'm certain I should avoid this relaxing activity.
But I want to relax with you.
We did that on the sofa yesterday, didn't we?
We did, but I wanted to work this time, so try not to think about me.
I will fail.
You can try again as many times as you like.
I do not wish to try that, so I'll accept my defeat in advance.
You want to think about me that much? He blushes, yet holds my gaze.
If the answer is not apparent, then yes, I do. I meant it when I shared that I'm enthralled by you.
Oh. 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 My face heats up. I can't look away from him. Have you ever heard of moderation? I don't know what to say when you're so honest.
Am I troubling you?
No. Yes, kinda. But also no, I have conflicting feelings about all the flattery.
But I am sincere. Is there a specific way you'd like me to prove that to you? Perhaps it's indelicate, but please tell me what you like. My hope is that I'll grow closer to you if I show you that first.
While I like that he's honest, and that despite this crazy situation, I feel at ease around him. But in the same vein,
How could he like me so much when he hasn't seen many of my bad sides?
You haven't seen any of the bad parts of my personality.
Then I invite you to show them to me. I've been exceptionally clumsy around you, although I never considered myself such.
It's not something I can show you on command.
He inclines his head. Then it's my honor to get to know you today as well.
Says it like that, you dork.
As you laughed, I'll take that to mean you find me endearing instead of contemptibly socially inept. Humor is good, observed.
I feel like I'm being studied, observed.
He looks incredibly bemused after I mimic him. The longer I stare at Egan, the more I shall be on my way. I completely forgot Adele was here. Egan must have too.
No need to announce your departure.
As the guest, it's impolite to leave without informing one's host. Good day, Print. Good day, Prink. I shall see you at this evening's evaluation. Now that the mood's returned to normal, I should get down to what we're doing. Since there are no duels, I need to do whatever I can to ensure we have another good date. Regarding the cook-off yesterday, Lynn posted everything on the internet, so it'll take some time for them to decide. Shouldn't we check what the current tally is? And see all the discourse? Nah, let's wait for the final result. Discourse, as in social familiarity? No, that definition is obsolete here. Today people use it for discussions online, typically ones that get out of hand. Or, that doesn't quite work for a definition either. Why am I wasting precious time explaining the internet to an alien? Regardless of the definition, it's something you want to stay out of. Oh, observed. How shall we do this relaxing today? What do you usually do? Of the things I do to relax, there are only a few that come to mind that are fun to do with another person. Usually I just...
We could listen to music.
I absently touch my ears.
Usually I just listen to music and unwind.
Your musical activities require you to unravel your elemental components? No, not literally. No. He gives me such a thorough once-over that I have to push against his shoulder to maintain a socially appropriate distance. However, it doesn't parse for him. He shifts his weight so that I'm steady against him for another briefer once-over. Your components are in order.
Of course they are. Unwind is a synonym for relaxing. The point is to enjoy music together in relative silence. Sometimes I do other things while listening, but let's avoid that for now.
How about we put together a joint playlist?
No! Wolf, how did you know?
Got me again! Ugh. One of these days, you're gonna redeem posture check, and I'm gonna be like, I was already sitting up straight. Now, the likelihood. Small. Slim to none. But it could exist. Yeah. Many stretches of my arms, slowly. Oh. This game is very fun. I am enjoying this very, 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 very much. He is such a silly little guy. We're gonna keep going. Should I probably? No. Do I want to? Yes. So we'll keep going. Congratulations, Love Limit. You have me going past my usual 2 hours. Very much wanting to. And very much wanting to, despite the fact that I probably should just go to bed. But also, I know that I'm just gonna lay down and read. Oh god, imagine reading fanfiction with this man. That'd be, I don't want to have to, I mean, I could probably explain Omegaverse. That would be the whole day. It's just me explaining Omegaverse. That would just be the whole day, is me explaining Omegaverse. Show him my Sword Boy movies, my Sword Boy musicals and stuff. My anime. I have Loveless on DVD, and I need to watch Loveless, but I don't want to at this moment in time because I know if I watch it, I'm going to get super into it, and I just don't have the energy for that. Probably once I move and have everything all set up, I'll actually, like, watch Loveless, but today is not that day. Today is not that day. Ugh. Big yawns. I just have to go to the store tomorrow. I have to go to the store to pick up like breakfast stuff because I have stuff for lunch. I have stuff for pretty much stuff for dinner when I'm not eating at my parents' house. But also like, oh, the fuck am I gonna do for food at my parents' house? Wait a second. I'm dog sitting. Like Monday, Tuesday, and most of Wednesday. Most of Monday. Maybe like half of Monday, half of Wednesday, and all of Tuesday, which is gonna be fun because the dog it doesn't really like me. I'm an acceptable human to the dog, but the dog is like, you're not my dad. The dog loves my dad. My dad is his human, and so I'm like, is he even gonna let me take him on a walk? We'll find out. But I just realized I'm like, wait, I'm gonna need to bring some like food and stuff because what am I supposed to eat? What am I supposed to eat? I don't think we thought that far ahead. All right.
How about we put together a joint playlist? I'm sure you have artists you like.
I've never gravitated to any particular Earthian musician. Why would we think he would? May I hear the music you enjoy listening to?
Oh, sure, but I've got pretty odd taste in music.
He doesn't need to know I gravitate to the same 20 or so songs, depending on my mood. If anything, I'll be elated if he likes any of them.
Oh, blessings. My laptop is upstairs. I'll need to go grab it.
I can't see your quarters.
You can if you want, but there's not much to see. Although I share that, he hums with excitement as he follows me upstairs. Before that, you ought to look the part since we're lounging around all day. I'll lend you my largest shirt.
Egan lingers over my shoulder as I set up our music.
While the subject's still relevant, what does your room look like?
It's functional. It contains my Staso wardrobe where I launder and change my clothes, and my cryotron. Are cryotrons a type of bed? They're energy restoration pods. After standing in them for 5 minutes, you'll have sufficient energy for the rest of the week.
That sounds insanely useful. People could benefit from something like that down here.
Egan hangs his head and rests a hand on his stomach. While they restore your energy, they cannot absolve you of your hunger.
So there are yet mysteries his advanced civilization hasn't solved. Are restoration pods comfy?
Egan swats at his ahoge.
They're built for necessity, not comfort. Then you've never laid on a bed?
Beds are for resting, as I have no need for that. Cryotrons are more efficient. Hold on a moment.
If you have no bed, then what did you do when we parted ways last night?
I visited the cryotron, then worked with Nabo on addressing pressing matters with my fleet.
If you didn't sleep, or better yet, if you don't sleep, why did you have pajamas?
My Staso wardrobe is equipped with suitable attire for various occasions.
Dare I ask how many outfits you have in there?
I've never counted. Well, that settles it. I know what Egan and I are doing during our hangout. I finish setting up our music and grasp Egan's shoulders. I try pushing him towards the bed, but he doesn't budge. What are you bracing for?
I'm not. I'm moving you.
I'm moving you. He lets me pilot him over to the mattress.
Go on, lay down.
He flops backwards across my bed. I leave him be for a few breaths.
How's your bed experience, Chief?
Peculiar. It's comfier than a cryotron, yet impractical. I plop onto the bed next to him.
But it's cozy, right?
Immensely.
And that's what matters.
He stares at the ceiling for a beat. Comfort is a small sacrifice for the sake of efficiency.
Must everything be efficient?
Earth would benefit greatly from more efficient procedures, so yes, this is my answer to that.
But there's so much beauty in taking your time. Doing things for the joy of it is what living's all about.
I was under the impression that life had no inherent meaning to Earthians.
I mean, for some people, sure. For most people, life is simply what they make of it. Yeah, I'd say for some people, life has no meaning, and for other people, life is doing whatever the hell you want.
Egan rolls over onto his side. Then how about you try my cryotron? Then you'll truly understand the boons efficiency provides.
I think I'll have an existential crisis whenever I lay on this bed if I do that, so I'll pass.
He folds his arms and lays on his back. I'd offer to leave a cryotron with you should you change your mind, but they're powered by a toxic resource that's in short supply on Earth.
And what material is that?
I believe you call it Mendelevium. It's been a while since I did anything chemistry related. I don't even know what that is, but if I recall correctly, Mendelevium is a synthetic chemical we can only produce microgram quantities of. I'm impressed Orthonians found a way to use it, and fascinated that they use it for such a cool purpose. If that's what powers it, then I absolutely couldn't use it. Still, I appreciate the gesture. I'll search for an alternative power source. That way it will not be an issue in the future should you wish to own one. You'd really gift me Orthonian tech? Only if you're interested, and if it was practical to do so. And he's willing to engineer something he's desperate for me to try is endearing. Yeah, he's really desperate for me to try this. He's like, please, you need to figure out how it feels, and like, what if you like it? I'm like, well, what if I don't? The muscle I put, the muscle. No, the music I put on. I am loving this. This is so cute. This is so cute. The music I put on drifts through the room. I gaze up at the ceiling beside Egan, who's doing the same. I'm having a good time so far. However, I'm worried it may be too boring for Egan. No, I shouldn't worry about that. I've been doing what feels natural, and I trust Egan would tell me if he preferred to do something else. Since we're lying here, care to tell me more about you? What would you like to know?
Oh, well,
what's being a prince like? Judging by his expression, I worry it was a mistake to ask. Without the music, the silence between us would have bothered me much more.
Egan, you don't have to answer if you don't want to.
I'm fortunate, and complaining is frowned upon on Orthon. Yeah, look, I'm dropping so many saves.
Like I can never go then. Looks like I can't visit Orthon. Complaining is my second language.
Egan sits up, his face hovers above mine. That tradition wouldn't apply to you.
But if I'm the only one doing it, I'm bound to get judged.
It'd be unreasonable to hold you to our standards.
That's not as comforting as you think, you know? I understand you mean well, though.
Why is it not comforting? Those who judge you understand nuance. Those who dare judge you understand nuance, community, and social etiquette. Bad behavior is not inevitable. I paused, mulling over what he's just shared. You know, I've thought of it like that. And now that he's shared that, I'm curious what Orthon is like. How does their society work? What other question did you want to ask? How large is your fleet? How large is your fleet? It has millions of ships spanning the breadth of the galaxy.
That's so vast. Can Orthon support all those people?
The bulk of our population is embroiled in a succession race. As such, there are only a few thousand left on Orthon. I'm concerned about what happens when everyone finally returns. That's fair. What other question? Other question is, what's your favorite food?
I never got the chance to ask you before our picnic. What's your favorite food?
It's less about what I eat and more about who I eat it with. With that as the criteria, I prefer food made for sharing.
Oh, so you eat your meals with Nado and Andale?
We did when we first began conquering, but having at least one meal together a day has become a familiar ritual for us. The fact that he's an alien and that's important to him goes to show how universal meals are. Any other questions? Do you have any hobbies? You may have noticed when we cooked together the other day, but I'm a decent chef. Decent? If he considers the borderline godly taste I experienced the other day decent, how could he have given my food such high praise? As Orthornian sustenance lacks variety and flavor, I became engrossed with cooking as many meals as time allowed. My discoveries with different spice combinations, flavors, and textures feels truly boundless. So that's why he was so charmed by the way I cooked. I suppose I exuded a natural love of the craft he couldn't take his eyes off of. Yeah. I mean, he's all about efficiency. So I think, like, the fact that we're not about anything, including cooking, is probably he's like, oh, what is this new?
I'm glad you found a hobby despite how busy you are.
There's always time for passion. Huh? The way he says that leaves my face warm. Huh? Did you have any other questions? Wait, huh? Wait, I'm still curious about... Oh. Okay, no, that's all I wanted to ask. The calming lull of the music and the fact that I've been so active lately catches up to me. I'm supposed to entertain Egan. I can't afford to fall asleep. I try my best to remain awake, but there are times I'm listening to a song, then I blink and I'm in the middle of a different one. Egan has no such qualms. His eyes are closed and his breaths come in even spans. So, like him, I surrender myself to my tiredness.
We sleepy.
Oh, man, we basically slept the day. Uh-oh.
When I open my eyes, my bedroom is dark and Egan's arms are around my waist. We must have fallen asleep on the bed together.
The playlist I put together was an hour tops, and I don't hear anything now. I ought to move, but I'm mesmerized by Egan. Laying beside him feels more comfortable than it should. I haven't known him long, yet the rightness of having him around persists. He's good with Lynn, and he treats me well. Will I be lucky enough to find someone like him when he leaves? I doubt it. It's more realistic to say I'll compare everyone I date to him following this. I ease up out of the bed the second my heart knots in my throat. This is fleeting, no matter how nice it is. Seems like you're thinking about a lot. Oh, I guess. You were a lot closer before. What happened? I smartened up because I'm getting attached to you. But I can't exactly say that. There must be a more delicate way, especially since I'll remain on Earth. I shouldn't send him mixed signals. I got too hot, don't mind me. Are you still too hot? A little. Then would you come over? I'm freezing. You are? Wait here, I'll just thermostat. I stride towards the door, but I'm tugged backwards. Oh? I fall on something warm and solid. Egan's beneath me, his arms enclosed around me over the blanket. This will suffice. He's hotter than me, almost feverishly so. I thought you said you were cold. I was. Your warming effect was instantaneous. It is cuddles now. He doesn't expect me to believe that, right? There's no way he was cold. Which means he pulled me over here because... I wonder what you're thinking. Unfortunately, I discovered some time ago that telepathy is a miserable talent to have. Have you been reading my mind these past few days? No. I had Endel seal away all of our technology that allows such things. I'm curious because your expression was so serious. Well, don't be. I'm wondering if you had a good day is all. Oh, I did. It was fantastic when I overcame my unease. Now, what were you really thinking about? That's all. I see. Then I shall believe you. Once is a fluke, twice is the truth. That's such an odd phrase. I suppose it is, but it's a personal philosophy I've followed all my life. As I'm doing well, there's no need to change it. His hand strokes my lower back. Whoa, sir! That's fast. Say, what do you think you'll do after you leave this planet? Miss you. Hey, serious answers only. We've known each other for 2 days. That's not enough time to miss someone. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. It could have been 2 minutes and I'd say the same. If I recall, I did as much following our first duel. Whatever you ate that made you so weird, you ought to avoid it from now on. He laughs, but it doesn't last as long as usual. His crimson eyes dull. When I leave, I need to secure the throne. Aren't you trying to go home? Aren't you going to go home? I haven't been home in so long that I may accidentally conquer it without knowing it's Ornthon. Are you serious? If I want to go home, I have to win. Otherwise, my parents will send me out again. My heart aches. Why do you look so troubled? Because you just divulged something unbelievably sad. It's sad for the term of it? When I originally departed, I was furious. Who wouldn't be? How old were you when they tossed you out into the vastness of space? I won't say. I think you look sadder, and I'd prefer to see you smile. His palm comes up and caresses my cheek. Goosebumps travel down my arms. Don't be sad. It's the first law I'll change once I'm ruler of Ornthon. If you have something that's important to do, you shouldn't be hanging around with me. I'm nobody. I'd appreciate if you didn't speak ill of my favorite person. Come on. You've known me for 2 days. I'm quite smitten with them, so who knows how I'll react if you keep this up. Come on, enough. You can't mean that. Who made that rule? Why can't I? Because we barely know each other. It's been 2 days. Then, if I place you in cryostasis and wait several years, would your opinion differ? What did you just say? I think I heard something incredibly unethical. Hey, don't do that. Don't do that. His thumb passes over my cheek. Yeah, if you'd like a serious answer, then I don't know what to tell you. I'm fond of you. I want to embrace this feeling that I've never felt before. You're neat, Egan. But I have a life here. Lynn's here. I need her as much as she needs me. You and I, we're gonna part ways. But is that enough to keep wondering for the rest of your life? My handshake. I'll wonder about you if I don't at least try. I'll wonder so much that I may subconsciously pilot my ship back here. Faced with that longing, the pain of parting, for me, is but a momentary wound. My heart races. There's nowhere else to look except at Egan. That was an extremely romantic line. That is an extremely romantic line. He'd know what that longing is like, since he wants to return to Ornthon so much. I've lost count now how many times he'd shown me his heart in the times we've known each other. He's lovely. I'm sure a bright future awaits him where he rests on the Ornthon throne, the very place he's been longing for since he was cast out from it. Which is why I should firmly reject him. That way there's nothing left in the vastness of space to distract him from home. I open my mouth, but my lips quiver. I've told so many people off over the years. Hell, I dealt with Andel and Nabo this morning. Compared to that, this should be child's play. And yet, Eden's soft lips kiss my forehead. You don't have to answer. I'm selfish in ways you haven't yet seen, so it's better if you don't. But he squishes me closer. I mean it. Don't say anything. My fist clenches. I drop my head against his chest. Aww, angst cuddles. You're terrible. How can you say everything you want to, but I can't? Does you have to play with my heart a little to save this planet? My head snaps up. Egan's face is as radiant as the first day I saw it. This is the danger of relaxing. I told you so many things I haven't spoken of in ages. My apologies for that. Let's set up for today's evaluation. He releases me and moves off the mattress. His retreating back is regal and broad. It's meant to carry all of Ornthon. The soft click of the door separates us. For a while, I sit on the bed, staring off into nothing. And no matter how much blanket I bundle myself in, the cold persists. Aww. Aww. By the time I wander outside, the only ones left to greet me are handsome alien A and B. Good evening to you two. You look miserable, Earthian. Gee, thanks. Do I? Think about how you'd feel coming here each night to be graded. Orthonians are constantly evaluated. It's strange to us that you don't have that constant here. I feel exhausted hearing that. Please, just beam me up. I'm tired. Unlike yesterday, Andel, Naboo, Egan, and Lynn await me inside the spaceship. Sis! There you are! She bounces over with Andel in tow. I explored the entire spaceship today. Can you believe it? I saw so much cool stuff. Andel showed me everything. He puffs up proudly. That's fantastic. What happened to you? You look super pale. I'm just tired. She frowns, but leaves me unaccosted. I promise we won't keep you long tonight. Egan approaches the familiar podium and hits various buttons. The screen materializes before me. Lynn gasps and grasps my arm. She's vibrating with excitement. That's so cool! Andel, the announcement if you would. Today's amendment score for day 2 of 3 is... The numbers shuffle around with incredible speed. And 0 seconds, 0 number 1 falls in the final spot. I've achieved another score of 100, yet unlike yesterday, I feel a strange emptiness, the perfect score. 100! Oh my gosh, you're amazing, sis. Congrats! I'd like to thank you again for a wonderful day. Egan, can we... My apologies, but I cannot escort you home this evening. It cost me more than anything else that could have happened at that moment. Actually, if Andel had vaporized me, I think it would have been kinder. Naboo approaches Egan and brings out what appears to be emails on his wristwatch. Now that you're focused again, I have several matters that require your attention. We'll head into my office. He takes several steps with Naboo, then glances back. Have a good night, Brink. I'll see you tomorrow. I watch Egan until the interior doors of the spaceship cut him off from view. Sis, you alright? Congratulations on surviving your second day, Earthian, though you seem to have some grievances.
Like what? She already said she's tired. Wouldn't you be if you were in her position?
You make a valid point. Dealing with Egan on a daily basis is quite draining. A good evening to you both. I wish you a safe return to your abode. He beams us down. Lynn and I land on the sidewalk before our house and walk up through the front porch.
Sis, are you really okay? You're your usual self.
Be okay after some rest. Man.
The angst hits.
I push inside her house. Lynn follows.
Hey, don't walk away. I can tell something happened between you and Egan.
I don't want to talk about it. Can you please just leave me alone?
Sure, anything you need. But know that I'm here for you, okay?
Yeah, thanks. I disappear upstairs. Once I'm in the safety of my bedroom, I slump before the door and draw my knees against my chest. My heart feels unbearably heavy. We had so much fun today, and yet here we are. Is this really the right order of things? Egan must have known what I wanted to say. Hell, I knew what I wanted to say, and yet I couldn't. I must be the biggest idiot on this planet. My goal is to hang out with Eden sincerely enough that Earth is safe from his conquest. I shouldn't get distracted by anything else. No, I won't. Tomorrow I'll be over these silly feelings. I need to get over this like I've gotten over so many other things. But my chest hurts all the same. Aww. We got cuddles, but then we also got angst. Okay. Last day. The house is completely silent as I step into the living room the following morning. It's a stark contrast to yesterday's hustle and bustle.
Jim Bob! Hello! Welcome! Good to see you again. We're dating aliens.
It's a stark contrast to yesterday's hustle and bustle. Where's Egan? He's too boisterous for the house to be this silent if he's here. What about those feelings? I find Lynn in the kitchen sipping coffee and typing away on her smartphone.
Morning.
Morning. She hums an acknowledgement and vacates her seat.
Have a seat. Want some coffee?
Yeah, and a croissant too, please. Lynn brings my coffee over while my croissant heats up in the microwave. She sets jam, butter, and a knife before me.
How are you feeling this morning?
Better. I really needed rest.
Well, I'm glad to hear you're feeling better. You're up a lot earlier this morning.
This is usually when I'm up.
That's what I meant.
I've got a yummy croissant a minute later. I rip off a piece and stuff it into my mouth. It's delicious, yet pales in comparison to the puff pastries Egan made the other day. Seems comparing things to my experience with him is already commonplace. Good thing I'm nipping at this in the bud now. My sister settles back into her seat. She's texting someone. Thanks.
You're welcome.
I apply a thick layer of butter and grape jelly to my croissant and chow down. It's a good, peaceful morning, especially since I've successfully killed my romantic feelings. Starting today, I won't get swept away. I won't even think of Egan unless it's relevant. Whatever we had brewing between us is nothing in the face of my emotional discipline. Yeah, we'll see how long that actually goes. It's so quiet this morning compared to yesterday.
Yeah, I haven't seen any Dorthornians.
But Egan and I are meeting up today, aren't we? We have to. Now that I think about it, he always sought me out first. I've never had to look for him. The few times we've separated, he basically ran right into me. Lynn sets her phone down and turns to me.
So, the internet is wondering why you won't have a passionate fling with an alien prince. Any comments?
A chunk of croissants catches in my throat. I scald my tongue on a coffee just to keep from choking. Is that any of their business?
Considering you saved the planet once and Egan's still trending? Yeah, people are making a pretty penny off of it suddenly being their business.
So, typical internet. Including you.
Scout's honor. I've tried and failed.
But you tried. That's the important bit there. And I believe Scouts have more integrity than that.
Don't make that face. I really failed. The body cam you wore the other day collected absolutely nothing. I think the Electro What's It Nabo mentioned yesterday fried my tack the second you stepped outside. I grabbed my sister's cheeks and stretched them. I thought you gave that up, but you tried it, huh?
I saw you. Trying still counts for something. Attempted murder is a valid charge in court. I release my sister. She rubs her reddened cheeks. Yeah, come on, you little rascal. Nothing's happened between Egan and I, and nothing's going to happen.
Ooh, I left you two alone together in the house all day. You kept it E for everyone.
What was my sacrifice for? They don't have Wi-Fi on the mothership. Shame on you for thinking anything would happen in the first place.
This won't do it all. I should have known the moment you walked in here looking like you'd eaten an unripe lemon.
What kind of comparison is that?
If I don't do something, I'll be a failure of a matchmaker. Good thing I have a plan G. Time to call in favors.
Huh? What did you say?
I said lucky for you, I have the perfect thing in mind for today.
My sister flaunts a coupon.
A group activity coupon?
A Groupon?
It sure is. An escape room specifically. I texted Egan about it, so he'll be here with the other shortly.
Our doorbell rings and Lynn leaps out of her seat and sprints into the next room as if a package arrived.
Brother-in-law, good morning.
Good morning to you too, Lynn. Huh? Doesn't he usually greet her in return by calling her sister-in-law? What's going on? Wait, what am I thinking? I should be happy. They were both too shameless before. I wandered to the entry and joined them.
Jeez, brother. You're teasing me as much as my sister this morning.
I don't mean to tease you. Ian's gaze meets mine. Following a polite smile, he gestures to Nabo and Adele. I brought these two as instructed. We're ready to escape a room together. Will it be this one? If so, then I'll head back to the ship now.
Come on, Andy. I wouldn't disappoint you like that.
Andy? Just how close did the two of them get yesterday? Why are you calling him Andy?
He clears his throat and folds his arms. Oh. You have time to impress me yet. Lead the way. Lynn faces me, and I jolt. She was the center of attention, and now it's me.
We'll walk over to the location together once my sister's ready to go.
I'm ready. Just let me grab my wallet.
No need. We getting free with the coupon.
What if we want to eat somewhere when we're done?
I have Earthian.
I have Earthian currency if the need for it arises.
That's okay. I wouldn't want you to pay for Lynn and I.
One moment while Lynn loops her arm through mine and Eden's.
I've sorted that out already, so let me worry about it. Let's go.
Wait, Lynn. She skips out of the door, dragging both of us along. Shouldn't we at least have our fucking, like, ID? Don't you need to prove you're an adult to go into escape rooms? I don't know. I've never been in an escape room. By the time we make it downtown, Lynn's slipped away from Egan and me. She's ahead of us, chatting with Andel and Nabo. They seem to be having a good time based on all the laughter and hand gesturing. Oh, excuse me. I noticed it before, but your sister has an envious resonance with others. Andel and Nabo are unreasonably difficult to engage, yet she's managing it. I mean, I don't know. I personally probably would not want to hang out with Lynn, but that's just because of the person I am and the person she is.
It's one of her strengths. She's always been a social butterfly. Of the two of us, I'm gloomier.
You? Gloomy? You've been exceptionally energetic with me.
I've only been like this since you arrived. Don't be deceived.
That makes me feel special, considering this is my first time at being romantically involved. You're too much of a natural for that to be true. A natural? At what? I wave up and down and indicate all of him. I'm unfamiliar with that gesture. Please elaborate.
You seem well-versed is what I mean.
You know, like you've dated before. Does sincerity translate as experience on Earth?
Anyway, let's change topics. Did Lynn tell you anything about the escape room?
She explained how it works.
I've never done one, but I've seen a few videos on them.
Then this is another first we'll share. A loud bike bell chimes behind us, but I hear it a moment too late. Egan tugs me out of the way as the biker zooms past us without stopping.
Hey, it's illegal to ride on the sidewalk. What a jerk.
They're quite rude. The least they could do is slow down when signaling they'd like to pass. Are you okay? How did you know the rules of cycling on a sidewalk? I don't even know those rules, because I don't cycle.
Yeah, thanks to you.
We're as close as we were on the couch last evening.
We've arrived!
I step back hearing Lynn's announcement, and we head inside with the others. As Lynn registers our group with her coupon, I wait with the others in the lobby. 10 minutes later, when we still haven't been transferred to a room, Andel joins Lynn at the front desk. 10 more minutes go by, then Nabo joins them. Oh no, we have Karen or Thornians. I glance at Lynn, but she and Andel are speaking with the front desk clerk. Nabo looms over all three of them. Seems like there's an issue.
I think so too. You think so too?
Oh, we check on them? I nod and we join the rest of our group.
Hey, what's going on? Something happened?
I thought I could sort it out. Looks like I can't.
What's wrong? The two groups who booked ahead of your party have gone over their time limit. And as they're of certain acclaim, our manager can't end their session. What? Who is it? I'm sorry, we're not at liberty to say due to guest confidentiality.
How long will it be before it's our turn?
I don't know, since they were filming their attempt too.
But someone should step in and stop them if it's affecting other guests.
I'm with you, miss. Unfortunately, I can't do anything more. My manager's already with them.
And they're still having a tough time? What kind of guests from hell came here?
Shall we come back in an hour? I suggested as much, but she couldn't promise they'd be done by that time either.
Anything you can do about this?
Well, we have two smaller experiences that are currently unoccupied. Oh, that poor employee.
Then why don't we just take those?
I'd be happy to let you in, but they have a capacity limit. Hey, Lynn. Lynn, why are you smiling like that? 3 and 2, respectively.
But we have a party of 5.
The clerk nods.
I understand your frustration. That's the only solution I can suggest at the moment.
I really want to do this. Gosh, what should we do?
Lynn. Must we remain a group for this activity? Why not break into 2 groups?
Can we really?
It's either that or wait an undefined amount of time.
Okay, then why don't we do that? Lynn and I can...
Andy and Nabs, let's do a room challenge together.
Oh my god, Andel is blushing. Lynn links arms with Andel and Nabo while I'm speaking.
Unlike my sister, I haven't had the chance to duel either of you.
Nabo tugs his arm free of Lynn. Don't expect to win.
And don't expect me to go down without a fight.
Wait, escape rooms are collaborative. Your trio can enter the 3rd door on the right.
Thanks, bye sis. Hey, Lynn!
She flees. Only dust remains where she stood with Endel and a bow. That little troublemaker. Egan chuckles beside me. I'm so sorry. It was supposed to be a group activity, but it looks like we're partners now, Egan. Seems we are. I'll speak to Lynn after this is done, I promise. And she'll be lucky if she has hair on her head afterwards. Don't. There's nobody I'd be happier trapped in a room with than you.
There he goes again.
So you understand the purpose of an escape room is to escape.
We can do that too, after enough time has passed.
You're teasing me, aren't you?
If you've noticed, then reciprocate. Go on, I'm ready for it.
I'm saving my brain power for the escape room, thank you.
Your teasing must be incredibly sincere if you must think that deeply before responding.
Let's just go.
Which direction shall we head in? Before that, please sign the waiver. She passes Egan me a pen and we each sign. Perfect, thank you very much. The clerk points to the left. It'll be the second door on the left there. The room attendant will be inside. Thank you for your thank you for your kindness. Oh, so thank you for your business. He would not say that.
Amazing.
Of course it's Egypt themed. Why not? I do like the cats though. The vibrant colors and glittering fake gold of our escape room are a drastic change from the lobby we walked in. Wow, it's certainly something in here. It's briefly fascinating, but it's duller in here than it is in my treasury. But it's so sparkly in here that my eyes hurt from all the fake heaps of gold. Egan points at the walls. Look, they aren't made of gold like mine are. Clearly they ran out of the materials. Is that what you're using all the materials you've harvested for? It wasn't my decision. My console outvoted me while building my tribute.
That must have been tough.
It was. I just barely convinced them to store the golden statue they made of me in the treasury. They loved it so much that nobody believed me when I told them it was talking to me at night. Wait, what? Egan nods sagely. What do you mean it was talking to you? What do you mean the statue was talking to you? Turns out Andel stashed a voice recording inside that spew curses every night, hoping it'd affect my luck.
Endel.
Why is it always Endel?
Welcome, beautiful and wonderful adventurers! Our room's host spins into view in obnoxiously gaudy garb. We picked a fine, excellent, positively stellar day to escape. Escape. Is this guy seriously doing his own echo sound effects? Tell me, are you ready to hunt for the Pharaoh's treasure and escape before his curse consumes you? You. Huh? Oh, if you don't escape this room in time, you'll suffer 1,000,000 years of bad luck. Luck. Observed, though I doubt that'll put a dent in mine. Egan taps his chin. That absolves me, but Prink, you may be in danger. I cannot allow that.
Please don't take what he's saying seriously. He's giving us the room setting.
Illness and death are all that await those who dare disturb the great Pharaoh's tomb. Buddy, you could stand to be a little less into this. Whatever they're paying, I doubt it's enough. That sounds like a dreadful curse indeed. It is a befitting fate for grave robbers. But traveler, you are today's ill-fated robbers. Egan grabs my hand. Frank, I was not aware Lynn had sent us to our doom, nor that we'd be partaking in grave robbing. He's joking, this is just a game. Oh, I assure you, this is real adventures. His Majesty awaits. You have already passed the threshold. There is no turning back. Then I can at least turn down your volume. You have picked a horrible, terrible, no good day to disturb the mighty Pharaoh. And so your trial begins. You have 60 minutes to escape. No more, no less. Our host strikes a pose identical to the sarcophagus on the right and vanishes with a horrid whoosh and a powerful gust of air.
Wow, he committed to the bit till the end. How did he even do that?
A deafening crack of lightning shakes our room. The lights dim. Ah! What the hell? Who dares disturb my tomb? Ah, 2 more wretched, starry-eyed fools who seek their own destruction. You will not last, just as the previous idiots didn't. But I admire your foolish courage, so I shall give you both the chance to escape. Every 10 minutes you'll receive another curse. If you obtain all 6 curses before you're able to escape, well, I won't spoil my fun by telling you. Ha ha ha. Wah ha 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 ha. Man, they really, I've never been in an escape room, but it can't be this well theatricized. The voice vanishes and I realize that I'm still clinging to Eden.
Sorry, I'm bad with loud noises.
You may stay as long as you wish. However, I think we've intruded upon a dangerous individual.
Again, this is a game, Egan. Nothing bad will happen if we fail to solve all the puzzles to get out. Hell, if we knock on the door right now.
Fret not, I'll vanquish our foe. I shall solve these puzzles. I'll ruin the oh god. Shia Kafizal family name if I fail here.
That's his last name? I have no hopes of repeating that.
I cannot bring shame to my family's prestige, nor will I fail the woman I adore.
When you're done with your soapbox.
Interesting declaration. I forgot they're listening. However, you must survive my trials first. The floor rumbles beneath us and splits to a gaping black pit. Huh? What? Wait a second. I plummet through the floor and scream. Oh god. Oh god, is that why we signed the waiver? Egan twists through the air and tugs me into his arms. We fall with concerning velocity. Egan lands on his feet with a neat tap, whereas I absolutely would have eaten dirt. Amazing. Surrounding us is a secure prison filled with cobwebs and skeletons. Oh, not the first pit trap I've ever fallen into, nor the deadliest. But it was effective. Don't be so happy about this. Did they actually drop us through the floor? What kind of dangerous escape room is this? I thought we signed up for a game. Why are we on a Hollywood movie set? As I shared, we've infringed on a dangerous individual. At a glance, this prison has no obvious weaknesses. He sets me down. I shall search for a way out. Wait! I grab Egan's hand. I'm coming with you. This room needed 2 people, so I'm sure we'll have to solve the puzzles together. Together? Aren't we competing?
If we were, why didn't you let me fall?
How could I stand aside when the woman I adore is in danger?
Why did I even ask?
This man is just like sucker punches left and right.
Escape rooms are collaborative. We can't escape if we don't work together. So you take a look at that side, I'll look over here. Good?
Good. Egan and I depart for our respective halves of the room. I should look for anything that catches my eye in this massive dungeon. But Lynn, just wait till I see you again.
What should I investigate first?
Amazing. The flashlight on the ground. The left flashlight on the ground draws my attention most. I bend over, try to lift on the floor. Unfortunately, it's stuck there. Did they glue it there or something? If I can't move it, then I guess it's stuck there for a reason, but what reason could it be? Guess I'll look around some more. Okay, the door. The most obvious spot to check would be the door to the prison. I tug on it with all my might. Ugh. Ah! But I won't budge. I just make a fool of myself. I tried that as well, but it wouldn't move.
You could try pulling on it at the same time?
Sure. Egan comes over and we each firmly grasp the bars. We tug and yank, but all we have to show by the end is our combined huffing and grunting. Blast! Our combined effort did not best this door. Should have known it wouldn't be that easy, and now my hands are raw. Since that's useless, let's try something else. The braziers? I wander over to the braziers. There's ash residue inside each one, but no kindling. I think I could light a fire in these if I had the right item. I better keep my eye out for some. Oh, and I should tell Egan.
Egan, I think we can light a fire in these. Keep an eye out for kindling or wood, okay?
Of course. Check the ceiling.
You know, I doubt anyone ever looks up in these games.
But what if they hit something on the ceiling? I scrutinize the ceiling for anything I can use. A tiny square of paper is stuck in one of the corners, but I can't reach it on my own.
Egan, come here, I need a lift.
He stalks over and lifts me high enough I can reach the square of paper.
Got it.
The paper's about as big as the palm of my hand and smells faintly of lemon. Is there anything written on it? I scan the page, but it's blank.
Unfortunately, it's blank.
Really? After all that effort?
Darn. Just when I thought we were making progress. Back to the drawing board then.
Okay, the cobwebs. I prod the various cobwebs around the room. As nothing tumbles out of them, I can assume they're purely decorative. Though they also look like they've been sifted through. Perhaps Egan already investigated these? I better investigate something else. Okay, the wall. The walls are incredibly solid, but I glad my head over every last spot. The furthest right portion has a hidden square block that depresses when my hand touches it. I hear the same sound to my left. Egan must have found his. I'm certain we pushed them, yet nothing happens. Let's try again, but push them at the same time. I nod. We give it a try, but the result is the same. It's not working. Seems so. We must be on the right track, but perhaps there's something else we need to do first. Okay, but what? Okay, the floor. I wander across the dungeon, stepping on every possible stone. The 8th tile I step on sinks beneath my feet. Whoa! I fail to keep my balance. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I think I found a floor tile for one of the puzzles.
Did you find which of yours is correct? Huh? What do you mean? Instead of answering, Egan jumps across various stone squares on his side of the room. Each one he leaps on sinks into the floor.
Oh no! If he has 4 on his side, then that means...
I jump across my stones and uncover 3 more tiles that sink into the floor.
Darn it.
I'll take that as a sign you've yet to uncover which order we should step on them in. Yeah, you can. Great, things just got more difficult. Whatever, I'll set this out. I'll sort this out after I finish looking around. Okay, so then we'll check on Egan. Okay, my mind's fried. I decided to check on Egan. How's it going over there? Find anything? Nothing that'll get us out of this room. But how did I acquire these after rooting through some cobwebs? Egan hands me 2 massive blocks of fake plastic wood. Nice find. I'm sure these will be useful. Thought I could help. Let's get back to work. Okay. We want the braziers. Egan points to the braziers in the wall. Prince, if you still have that wood I gave you, you know what? We're just gonna do Prince because I'm tired and I'm not reading that correctly. Why not put a piece in each receptacle? I mean, yeah, we could put. I'd like to hang on to it now and look around a little bit more. Why? Okay, if I look over the note again, the note, there was no note. What note are we talking about? The ceiling note? The cobwebs? Did you get any other? I'm gonna check on me. Have any? I was wondering if you found anything else. I'd love to exceed your expectations. Nothing at the moment. Seeing you has, however, been fantastic motivation. Ah, you got me. Let me now do something productive. Okay. Okay, did we not figure out which one? So if that's not the correct bit, then the wall? Okay, it said check the note. I don't have the note anymore. Flashlight? Oh, okay. Oh, it's invisible ink. I have the note. It smells like lemon. Yep, okay. Well, the square light low below text appears. Egan, come, there's text on this. He rushes over and leans over my shoulder. The paper reads, there are 4 crucial questions that point to all the wisdom in the world. But just as gold coins are no use once you paid the ferryman, wisdom must be shared. Where do birds instinctively fly? The answer must be south. Try to catch the sunset in this direction, it will only pass you by. And then then east, a place most famous for winter, then north. From whence came the fine gentleman with the fancy hat? Okay, that must be west. Okay, not very good ones at all. There must be riddles and not very good ones at all. I enjoyed myself. Reflecting on it, all these riddles share one thing in common, and that's direction. I think all these riddles have their answer category in common. Each answer was a direction. The challenge now lies where we use this information. Do you think those... Yeah, the riddles are linked to the 4 floor tiles we couldn't decipher earlier. There's a possibility. Let's try pressing them again when we get a chance. Okay, so now we do the floor. Egan, let's try pressing these floor tiles again. What's the order you'd like to try them in? Oh. Huh? What? You step south, I step north. Roger. He steps on his south tile, I step on my north tile. Nothing happens. We're way off base somewhere. The other component. Okay, we don't know these tiles are laid out as north, east, south, and west. We're merely assuming that they are. There's a point. Where can we get a hint in this room? Huh? Huh? Oh god, it's almost 11 o'clock. I should not be trying to solve puzzles. Oh god. Is it the... Isn't there something about like moss only grows on the north or something, which isn't actually correct? The door? Okay. I'm not that much of a masochist. Okay, ceiling? No. The wall. Okay, never mind. Okay, so that's not... Okay, so check on Ian. Damn it, okay. So if it's not that, and it's not the floor. Okay, nothing else. Razors. Okay, why does that work now? Fine, okay. If you still would, want to put one in each receptacle, toss one block to E, we put each on a brazier, place the hunk of wood inside. Wait, as I'm stepping away, Ian calls me. As we no longer require that note, why not tear the sheet in half? Perhaps we can add it as kindling. Well, it's a great idea. I tear the paper, we place one strip inside each brazier. Okay, well that's done. What's next? Let's take another look around the room. Okay, now let's try the wall. Maybe we still have enough the room. Something's changed on the wall. Please press your button on the wall. For you, anything. Ah, no more catching me off guard. We press our buttons at the same time, and a whoosh sound behind us from the braziers. Fake fire ignite in them, obscuring the material we added from view. Nice, we solved another puzzle. Excellent work. Perhaps something else in the room works now? Oh, yeah. Prince, look closely at the braziers. They're letters. He's right, the shadow of each place are four blocks. Yep. On Egan's side of the tiles reads each west, west, east, and mine read north, south, north, south. Then we finally got the correct pattern for the floor blocks. Now we need to try them. Okay, now the floor. Okay. Now that we've got the correct patterns for our floor blocks, I raise over to mine. One glance at me is enough to tell Egan what we're doing. I suggest we press them in the order the riddle was presented in. I can do that. What was the order again? Fuck. It was north. No, it was south, southeast, northwest. Southeast, northwest. I'm gonna save here in case I fucking get it wrong. I tell Egan the order we step on our corresponding tiles. The door to our prison rattles and slowly lifts open. We did it! Egan, we did it! I rush him, raising my hand for a high five, but he lifts me to embrace instead. Oh, that we did. Fantastic work. Okay, well, I was expecting a high five, but a hug works too.
Fantastic work yourself. I can't believe you've never done anything collaborative before. That was amazing.
After a squeeze, he sets me down. I'd love to celebrate further. We still got that time limit.
Oops. Right, quick, let's get out of here.
Oh, it's more. We emerge into a damp cave. The entrance behind us seals, but neither Egan nor myself move to stop it. After all, there's no exit out that way. There's no sense in going back. Unlike the previous room, there's no obvious exit in this cave. Looks like we'll be more difficult to find the way out this time. Seems we aren't out of the woods yet, but this is a cave?
It's a metaphor, meaning we're still lost and things could take a turn at any time.
Oh, I see. Fret not. We surpassed our previous challenge. I have complete faith in us to overcome this room as well. You know, I'd be terrified if you weren't here with me. I definitely would have clammed up in the previous room. You're the bravest Earthian I've ever known. You don't know many. That remains true whether or not you panic.
Did you forget that I hid behind a plant when I met you?
The plant was a lovely shade of green. It accentuated how rosy your cheeks are.
Hey! Let's get to work and see what we can find.
Genuinely, it's unromantic to court you in the stank cave. I turn away from Egan, feeling slightly breathless. I need to focus. What should I investigate first? Okay, the backpack. There's a convenient backpack forgotten on the cave floor. I search inside. There are 3 items in it. A crowbar, a bottle of water, and some rope. These will be imperative in solving this room.
Yeah, let's see where we can use them.
Okay, the campfire. Egan's knelt beside the abandoned campfire when I decided to search it. Did you find anything there? I haven't, but I believe I know how we're meant to use this. Anytime I've been trapped in a cave, I hunted down airflow to find the exit. Running water does the trick too, no? Yes, it does. Either works. But we don't have anything to start a fire yet. Let's take another look around. Okay, the sound of water. I walk along the water until I reach the mouth of the pond. There's water here? Okay. There's a boulder clogging the pool, but it has a lip I can hook something onto. I tug on my crowbar and tuck it into the nook. It fits perfectly. With one deft crank, the boulder lifts. It's a fake rock without any real weight, and there's a hinge that moves the entire contraption. All the water in the pond disappears into a drain beneath the rock. I don't see anything on my side of the pond, despite the effort. Bummer. Friends, there's a bunch of red candles over on this end of the pond. I race over into Egan. He passes me the bundle he retrieved, but it's definitely not candles.
This is actually dynamite? Have you never seen it before?
I have not. What is its purpose?
To explode when used correctly.
Interesting. So now we blow something up.
Oh yeah, we're absolutely blowing something up.
Okay, the cave walls. Oh. As I did in the previous room, I feel along the wall for anything that help us escape. There's a space in the wall made of a different material from everything else. It's also cleaner. This is where I find a nook with what looks like a pressure plate. So there's definitely something to do over here, but I need a specific item first. Okay, so we need an item for the wall. I did not expect to be solving escape room puzzles, but I love it. Okay, cave floor. I search the floor for anything of use, anything useful aside from the backpack. I find a small narrow hole on the left side of the cave with something glinting inside of it. The object floats on what little water is inside the hole. Wait, if the object only needs a little more water, I have something with me that could do that. I pull out the bottle of water I found in the backpack and pour some into the hole. The object I wanted floats to the surface. Turns out it's a box of waterproof matches. Fantastic! I think I know where I can use these too. Okay, but first, the light coming in from the ceiling. I raise my hand towards the light in the ceiling, hoping to feel any airflow. Unfortunately, what I thought was natural light are actually well-obscured LEDs. As there'll be no climbing out this way, I better turn my attention elsewhere. Wait, the gap? I wander to the very edge of the cave. Well, while there's clearly another side across from me, I can't reach it, as there's no bridge across the gap. However, there's a stack of wooden planks on the other side, and a lever to the left of them. As I don't see any clear sign of rust, perhaps pulling that lever will create a bridge? What looks to be a switch is on the other side as well. The switch is a box with a handle affixed to the top. Oh, 2 wires trail away from the box, but they disappear into a crack in the rock. It's dynamite. Based on that, it's crucial Egan and I get over there as soon as we can. I have an idea. Would you pass me that rope you found earlier? I hand it to Egan. He ties the lasso, tosses the rope over the lever, and yanks it down. Nice throw! A rumble fills the air as the stack of wooden planks moves. It latches into a secure bridge over the gap. I guess it wasn't all wood to begin with, just hard to see from the distance. Thanks, Egan. We can get over to the other side now. Okay, but we gotta go to the campfire. With the matches in hand, I return to the campfire. Egan kneels beside it. I pass in the matches, and he tugs one out of the damp box. They're fake. These match heads are made of rubber and the wood is plastic. Makes sense. I doubt they want anyone to burn down their set. Egan makes a striking motion and drops the match in the old campfire. Following an ignition sound. Fake fire! Fog billows up from the campfire like a fake smoke and travels southeast towards the cave walls. As that's likely illuminating the airflow towards the exit, we ought to follow it, see what's been revealed. Let's. Okay. The walls? Is that where the... Oh, all the smoke from the campfire leads towards the cave walls, or more specifically to the pressure plate that we saw before. Okay, I slot the dynamite into the wall. Oh, now we go. We saw the pressure plate earlier, but I guess we didn't think to use the dynamite. It snaps into place. That's one less mystery to solve. If Egan and I blow this up now, we can definitely leave. Oh, thank God. So then we just have to go the other side of the bridge. Egan and I cross to the other side of the cave. The box I saw from afar turns out to be a plunger. Yep, which means we really get to blow something up as a solution to the puzzle. Now that the dynamite is placed, all we do is slam the switch down. I glance at Eden and he nods. Egan. I keep wanting to call him Eden. We each grab one side of the plunger's bar and pull up. Ready?
Ready!
We push down at the same time and a massive explosion rocks the room. I cough at the spray of dust that drifts over while Egan waves dust away from his face. The rock wall on the other side collapsed into a slope towards the surface. We can leave now! Let's hurry, we must get out of here before we're consumed by the Pharaoh's curse. At last, Egan and I return to the Pharaoh's tomb where our escape room started. Has it been 60 minutes or did we make it out in time? I'm not sure, but I think we have. Now that we've returned, I believe we're supposed to rob the Pharaoh. I think so, but what if there are traps in this room that'll send us back down? I'm hoping the room attendant won't do that, considering how much effort it took us to escape, but you never know. No matter what, we need to open the tomb to escape. I'll approach, so stay behind me. No, we've come this far as a team. I don't want to split up now. We approach the sarcophagus with bated breaths. With every step, my palms grow sweatier. I swallow to keep my throat from drying out. Our palms brush the sarcophagus, and the sound of lightning crackles through the room. So you've returned, you fools, not only for your salvation, but for my riches as well. And you've managed to make it out before the time limit. You may have surpassed 2 of my trials, but 1 remains. Oh no. Did you think this was over? That I, the mighty Pharaoh, would succumb to mere thieves? This may be my sacred tomb, but soon it shall be decorated with your bones. What the fuck? Wait, what? It's a mech? A giant sarcophagus comes to life before us with evil glowing red eyes and massive shadowy hands. Its enormous body obscures the entire ceiling as it towers over us. Death to all defilers, ruin to all desecrators. Without knowledge, you two shall not escape me. Only knowledge can defeat me. Oh, okay, fuck. Answer my questions 4, or thou shalt be no more. Prince, we've got this. I'm not entirely certain what we're doing, but sure, let's go. You fools, tell me what the true translation of the title Pharaoh is. Oh no, is this trivia? How do they expect people who attend to just know this stuff? Panic not, Prince, you have me. Answer. I believe it is Divine Ruler. The correct translation is Divine Ruler. The question is... No! Damn, Lord of All. Nope, okay, never mind, Great House! Okay, thank God. I see, so that's your answer, you foolish sinner. No, my brute forced it, bro. I'm tired. It's almost 11 p.m. I love this game and I want to go to bed. I agree that it's correct. Tell me how you should probably address me, the mighty Pharaoh. I didn't take Egyptology. It is the mighty Pharaoh. You referred to yourself by name many times. Why wouldn't we address you as the Mighty Pharaoh? Taking it too literally. Fuck! His sire, the Mighty Pharaoh. To be wrong. Fuck. Your Majesty. Why not? This is not over. It's not over. I shall vanquish you criminals yet. Look upon me. Am I not divine? Yes, you're the most divine. Yeah, he's quite literally a divine being. I shall accept. That's the Pharaoh is a divine being, or as understood by the Egyptians. Ha! I shall accept your flattery, thief. Correct, like the mandate of heaven in China, and you know, Amaterasu being the ancestor of the Japanese emperor. Okay. Last question! You dare fight back? You dare question the mighty Pharaoh? I have all the authority here. You small mighty fools don't even know what that's called. Huh? It's No! Posture check again! You got me! Ugh. Okay, it's absolute monarchy. That unfair system has no other name than absolute monarchy. Correct, I'm absolute. Gaze upon me. No, this cannot be. It cannot be. I've been vanquished by mere travelers. Rah, my gold, my splendor. No. A white cloud consumes the mighty Pharaoh and he shrinks rapidly within it until he's no more. Don't look so smug, Egan. I answered all those questions. As he disappears, the room brightens. I'm shocked that we actually defeated him. Egan and I, we beat our escape room. Be gone, foe. Prince and I are the true rulers of this tomb. Egan, we actually did it? Not yet. We must claim our prize. He takes my hand in his and shoves aside the lid on the sarcophagus. 2 massive bags of gold and gems surround a plastic mummy. 1 for each of us. I pluck up mine and Egan collects his. Beneath his bag is a key. That must be for the door. Take it. I'll hold both our spoils. The key unlocks the door. After so long in the escape room, it's a breath of fresh air to be back in the lounge. Goodness, we actually made it out. It's endearing how and all you are. We're the ultimate team. That was the natural conclusion. That was a lot of fun. Good work. And you as well. Congratulations, adventurers. You successfully defeated the Pharaoh's escape room. I see you found your rewards as well. Please keep them. His stolen gems and coveted wealth are now yours to share. Now that he's mentioned it, what is in these bags we took? I open mine up. The gold coins are actually chocolate, and the gems are different flavored hard candy. Oh, yum! Thanks so much! After all our efforts, these are counterfeit! You didn't expect actual gold, did you? We put our very lives at risk for artificial flavoring and sugar. Most people do. I have much to learn about Earthians. If you have any allergies, please let me know. I'll happily adjust your prize. Unfortunately for me, disappointment is not an allergy. Sis, brother! Lynn calls out from us across the lobby and runs over with Nabo and Endel. There you are! I've been deathly curious about your escape room. How did it go? It's a lot to get into. We should head out first, and I'll tell you about it on the way. Did you two also acquire candy upon your success? We would have if we had succeeded. Oh, they didn't succeed. Also, how long have my eyes been like this? I haven't looked over, so it could have been a long time. Oh, man. My goodness. Time to take a brief break. A nice break. Oh, man. I did order the new Carnival 4th anniversary goods came out, or they're up for pre-order. They come out next month. I folded and I bought them. I bought the Kuya stuff. And I got 2 of the little Kuya balls because they're so freaking cute. I got the little acrylic stand, the tiny little Kuya stand. I got the tiny little Kuya little coin purse thing. I got the little poster that has all the boys on it. And then I got the leopard ball bag and leopard ball because that's adorable. I'm sorry, that's so cute. I need that in my life. I probably would have saved a lot of money if I didn't do the two of them, but you know what? It's okay. Yeah, because just the two of those together are like $55. Oh boy. But I really wanted the little Kuya ball plush and the other Kuya goods. So, you know, I feel very happy about my purchases. I am very excited also that I'm going to gonna be setting up a like full-on Kuya shrine in the new place. Very excited to do that. Right now my Kuya shrine is just like a shelf in my bedroom. And it needs like, it's not very well set up. It's just kind of like everything haphazardly together. There's like, I made an attempt to like display the stands and stuff, but I didn't think I did a very good job. I need like a flat space that I can put everything, because it's also like tilted because it's a shelf. It's a tilted shelf. Oh, that's right. They didn't succeed.
Huh? Wait, you three failed your room?
Terribly. I never dreamed I'd bring such shame upon Ornthon.
It's less that we failed and more Andy and Nabs cheated until we got kicked out.
We were allowed in with our Rubicons. Logic suggested we should have been allowed to use them.
Rubicons?
Egan indicates his wristwatch. That would be these. I laugh until my side hurts. Oh, that's delightful. I wondered about that in our room, to be honest. Good thing we never tried it. But I absolutely need to hear how things went on your end. My sister links arms with me as we stride towards the exit.
Of course, it all started when Nabs suggested that he...
Amazing. I think we're very close to the end, because that's the end of the third day, and that's the final, like, third date. After everyone's filled in and before it gets too late, our group gathers on the mothership.
I think it'd be lovely to end this day with a walk on the beach, so let's get this evaluation thing over with.
How did Lynn end up leading this? That's just how she is. Her type of extrovert energy is impossible to win against.
Andy, how do I bring down the panel?
These buttons here. Oh, he has a crush. As the buttons chime and ping, I lean over to Egan. They're getting along pretty well, huh? They seem closer than before. Right? Got any gossip, Nabo? You ever the strong, silent type? He shrugs and shakes his head. A familiar screen finally descends.
Can I do the honors too?
You may.
Today's amendment score for day 3 of 3 is...
Egan steps away long enough to hit the appropriate buttons. Numbers spin and turn on the screen. Yep, 0, 0, 1.
Another 100! Excellent job, sis.
Today I learned how magnificent working as a team truly is. I'm used to delegation, so it was a stimulating experience. What a wasteful formality. You had the same score all 3 days.
I suppose I'm just that good?
Everyone stiffens when Nabo smiles. It's the first time he's shown an emotion other than boredom.
Gasp! Nabs, that's illegal! Your appeal when he is off the chart when you smile.
Wait, I made him laugh? Really? If we're done here, I suggest we eat. My last decent meal with breakfast, and I'm feeling it.
Aw, Nabs, don't be like that.
Already am.
But your smile barely lasted a second.
That I gave you a second is miracle enough. Will you smile again if I let you choose the restaurant? No.
Please, please, Nabs.
Not you too.
Oh, we've started a little found family thing.
After a group dinner at a nearby restaurant, my sister encourages our party to walk along our city's beach.
And Del, Nabo, and Lynn are ahead of us. Egan's walking slowly with me.
Yeah, we can have our romantic walk on the beach. To avoid getting sand in our shoes, Egan and I walk barefoot along the water.
The beach sunset is a pink and orange marvel. The gentle ebb and flow of the water, the easy breeze. It's so picturesque that I feel like I'm dreaming. I reach a sandier portion and stop to stare out over the waves. Friends. I stare beside me at Egan.
While I have the chance, I wanted to thank you. These past 3 days have given me incomparable joy. It's been 3 days already? Yes, it has. Then our time together is... Egan nods wordlessly and stares at the sea. Thank you again. You've taught me so much during my time here. Many were lessons that'll be pivotal, should I reign. Oh no, I don't think I have renewed purpose thanks to you, Prince. I mean that. I never went home out of fear that I may never meet my parents' high expectations, and I couldn't bear the idea of disappointing them. But even when I made a dreadful fool of myself or failed, your patience and kindness with me persisted. It seems so simple now, the realization that I need not be perfect. Others have always made up for what I lack and will continue to do so. After spending time on this planet, I leave with the conviction that working together not only yields superior results, but is also more fulfilling. But Andel and Nabo shared how much your fleet has done for you. Yes, however, my calls were always final. I micromanaged everything down to the most minute detail, and I never processed how stressful that was. As such, please accept my sincerest gratitude. He smiles so warmly that my breath stops. I won't forget you. Aww. It dawns on me then that this is really it. The Ornthornians leave tomorrow. No, Egan leaves tomorrow. Afterwards, it'll just be Lynn and me. No matter how many times I step outside or stare into the sky, I won't see Egan again. I have no hope of ever communicating with him once he returns to the vastness of space. Egan points towards the others. That's all I had to say. Shall we catch up with them? When I don't follow, he stares back at me. Prince? It's so hard to breathe. I had so much fun today, but now I feel so heavy. Staring at him is... On my next blink, Egan's blurry. Prince, you... He steps forward, his hands come up. There is liquid pouring from your eyes! How do I make it stop?
I'm gonna miss you so much. So damn much.
Egan pauses. I swipe at my tears, but they keep coming, and all the swallowing and sniffling worsens it.
Why was I so stubborn? I thought I'd be less sad when the time came around if I kept my distance, yet...
Egan manifests a handkerchief from his wristwatch and dabs in my eyes with it.
What do I do? I'm gonna miss you. I won't forget you either.
He's losing the battle against my tears.
Egan,
We're doing it.
I like you too. I'm an idiot. Why am I telling you so late? Why am I only realizing it now?
Yay! The fucking finger touch. He presses my face against his shoulder as he embraces me. A kiss falls on my forehead, then my brow. I warned you about saying awful things about my favorite person, remember? You're not late. You never could be.
What do I do? I can't go with you. Lynn's here. My life's here.
I understand how much you care about your sister. I will not separate you two, no matter how immense my desire. We'll stay in contact. There are numerous ways to do so. Don't you remember, agreed up? A laugh breaks up my sobs.
Ugh, not that disastrous app.
That fortuitous app allowed us to meet, but if you'd rather not use it... Egan removes his Rubicon with 2 deft clicks. Clicks. He gently lifts my left wrist and clicks the device into place over it. The moment it's on, he taps 8 buttons in succession, and the tech transforms into an incredibly lightweight digital watch. I built this Rubicon myself. It'll serve you well, and no matter what, I'll always be a call away should you speak it. He hits several other buttons and walks me through the interface. There's a built-in distress signal as well. You'll have to press and hold this button here for 10 seconds, but I will come. However, keep in mind that if you hit that button, I'll be coming back to conquer Earth for putting you in distress. I ugly sniffle, but he's never looked more smitten.
I'm gonna message you every day.
Please do.
It's seriously gonna be so many messages that you'll flag me for spam.
Why would I mistake your messages for canned meat? When I laugh that time, he grins. That one was on purpose. You knew what I meant. I did, and on occasion have. But since you laugh every time, I keep chasing that high, as Earthians say. He's adorable. So adorable that I reach out and tug him towards me.
Aww! His soft lips meet mine, and he squeezes me closer like he can't get enough. Aww!
He's really warm. It's ridiculous how safe and cherished I feel in his arms. For a long, warm moment, we linger there. Eventually, I ease back to collect myself. Hey, nobody else saw that, right?
Egan gently kisses my forehead. A kaleidoscope of butterflies flutter in my stomach. Colored by the setting sun, the affectionate gesture banishes the heaviness in my heart. This quiet moment, I'll treasure it forever, especially now that I'm certain it's one of many more to come. Aww. Aww. Aww! Planchi was a success! Andy, Nebs, the puppers! Fuck you! Fuck you!
Egan and I glance over the trio when the firecrackers go off. Colored paper and confetti rained down over Egan and I.
It's the only time I'll root
For your happiness, Egan.
Wahoo! Success!
Rats.
We didn't have to break out the emergency water guns either.
Can you three go away? You're interrupting our moment. And Dill yanks the string on another popper and showers Egan and I in more confetti. Embarrassing you is my sworn duty.
That is a once in a lifetime experience for me and Dill.
This is a once in a lifetime experience for me and Dill. I swallowed oddly and it hurt the back of my throat.
Ugh.
Okay.
But we got all romancy.
Well, there's only one proper way to do things now. I snatch a popper from Lynn and snap it open over Andel. He screams as he's smothered in glitter and darts away. No, I specifically made those poppers. I was gonna glamorize Egan's corners to an unbearable degree.
Well, instead it's your turn. Get him, Egan. It's Team Prince versus Team Lynn.
Egan lunges into action and seizes all the remaining firecrackers before anyone else can react. He tosses me my share, which I snap up. Nabo secures one of the water guns and hides behind the rock for cover. Ah, mercy, please, it'll never come off. I'll help you clean off. Nabo fires the water gun at Adele, but each blast misses the heaping amounts of glitter on him. Well, that was my mouth. You're doing that on purpose. Stop out. I'm gonna bury you in a vat of fish. What? I'm gonna bury you all in a vat of fish until your DNA changes. Huh, grump.
Quick, he's wide open.
Got him.
Enough. Lynn, help.
But she cracks one open on him too.
Sorry, love ya.
The betrayal. I'll $10 records. I $10 records, you cretins. The books. The books. Think of the books. A bookkeeper scorned is a bad thing. That was very cute. That was very cute. Oh my god, this is so cute. Oh my god, this is so freaking cute. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. So freaking cute. Oh my god. Oh my god. Eggs frying 2017, hell yeah! Magic fire impact! I love the names of sound effects. Oh my goodness. Oh. It's freaking amazing. I love that. That was so cute. I'm so glad I like pushed through and played all of it. Because, oh man. My god. Okay. Like, can we skip? Nope, we can't.
今たく思った
Wow. So many. Alright. Amazing. It was really submitted to Otome Jam 2024. This was so much fun. Oh my god, this was so much fun. I'm so glad we played this. Thank you, Dubs, for reaching out to me. I'm so tired. I'm getting loopy, but I loved this. Oh, okay. There's more. Okay. I slide an envelope onto my boss's desk. What's this? They clocked out already. I rest my hands on my lap as I stare at my boss. She's seated across from me behind my desk. My resignation letter. She takes a deep breath and flips the envelope between us face down. Miss Reeves, you've built a promising career here. Are you sure about this? I've never been sure of anything in my life. Is this a 2-week notice? It's a today notice. I won't be coming in starting tomorrow. Considering you vanished for work for 3 days without a single phone call, I've been extremely lenient with you. And now this? With all due respect, things like this are why I'm quitting. You brought that up countless times in the past year and a half. Oh! As an excuse to make me do overtime. Unless you live under a rock, you know I was busy saving the planet during those 3 days. Why don't I reciprocate your honesty today? Admit that I don't believe you. I never have. You're too old for make-believe, Miss Reeves. Aliens aren't real. Admit you played hooky, then I'll remove the demerits you received for those absences. Wow, I must be an angel to have dealt with this lady as her personal secretary for the past 5 years. You're about the only person on this planet who refuses to believe me. Thankfully, we won't be troubling one another anymore since I'm quitting today. I need you. Finish out this week and train your replacement. I appreciate what I've learned here, but today's my last day. As such, I won't be doing that. Besides, I've spent the past year settling everything that would have worried me during my travels. I vacate my seat and tilt my head just enough to be polite. Take care of yourself. She sits up in her seat, seemingly finally understanding I'm serious. Get back here, Reeves. I pivot, straight out the door. Hey, Reeves, this is extremely unprofessional. I don't care. I'm going with my alien boyfriend. I exit the building and stand on the sidewalk downtown. The sun's bearing down on me, but there's an occasional cool breeze. I quit. I'm finally free of that atrociously named building. Goodbye, office jobs. Farewell, petty office politics, passive-aggressive emails, and all manner of people in positions that infuriatingly surpass their intelligence. I feel good today. Maybe I should get some ice cream before I set out for my trip. It's been 1 year and 6 months since the Orthornians departed. A lot has changed for me since then. Lynn and I own the house we used to rent. She initiated a buyout after her matchmaking business took off. Her work between Egan and I was the story of the century, according to journalists and news outlets. As she limited the information she shared with them, everyone wanted the scoop. She vlogged about it online instead. Between that and covering drama in various communities, her streaming gig took off. Although she was doing well, I stressed that I'd still work so we had a safety net. But since I said that, Lynn whittled me down as she always does. She apparently hates my boss too much for me to tough it out at Lorem Ipsum Designers, a poorly named business she hates as much as I do. Heck, I worked there for 5 years, and you still couldn't convince me it's not named that because someone forgot to change the dummy text on the sign. Whatever, it's no longer my circus, as I'm no longer their 9-to-5 monkey. As the older sibling, it's my pride and joy to be right, but I've surrendered to Lynn again. It feels liberating to be unemployed. Oh god. I close the door behind me as I return home. Lynn's probably still streaming. Bestie, I had a stellar hangout with you today. Today's ED drink... What? Today's ED drink is my take on the dessert eaten mess. ED drink? I pull up her stream on my phone as I overhear her in the kitchen. The chat zooms by with hundreds of cocktail emojis, a known signature for her since sharing a drink recipe is her video ending tradition. As always, I'll drop the recipe for this cocktail in the description. Mods are sharing links if y'all chill for a sec. Both joy and cocktail emotes fly by in the chat. This drink is summery, delicious, and best of all, pink. It's a crime to sleep on it. I want to hear all about it while discussing next time's drama. Until then, sip on and carry on. The stream ends and my sister bounces out of the kitchen towards me. Welcome back, how'd it go? Did her face twist up like she had 1,000 lemons? Kinda? She didn't believe I was quitting.
Of course she didn't. You're a good egg that never took a sick day in the 5 years you worked for her.
What matters is that I'm free for now.
Yeah, that may be so for you, but our office can't burn down fast enough for me.
Don't say something so terrible. There's at least 2 good people who work there.
Anywhoosie, when's brother-in-law coming? You're packed and ready to go, right?
I am. What about you?
I've been ready to go. I have 15 videos recorded and queued following our return from Orthon. Following our return from Orthon, I'll have so much to talk about. I'm sure your viewers will love it, but be sure you clear everything with Andel, okay?
I wouldn't want her exposing Orthonian's secrets on accident.
I tapped my Rubicon. Egan should be picking Lynn and I up in about 10 minutes. I can't wait to see him. We kept in touch, but I miss being with him in person. He should be on the way, but perhaps I should reach out first.
Trigger the distress beacon. No.
Just message him. I wonder why you two are texting each other. You're as red as a strawberry. Hush you. Long distance has been hard on Egan and I, but I'm lucky that we message one another every day. Plus he calls me on Sunday nights, as if we're in the early 90s. I've had countless late nights where hanging up is the hardest thing to do. I miss him, so of course I flirt with him whenever the opportunity arises. He's adorable and he blushes, and he gives as good as he gets. We've gotten a bit too rowdy at times, as more often than not he's been reprimanded by Andel for turning the mothership towards Earth. There was one especially close call where he sent me detailed instructions on how to teleport to him. He's a Rubicon. Naturally, I told him he's more experienced with teleportation, and also that my bedroom's comfier. After I was screeched at by Andel, thanks to Egan's impromptu bedroom renovation, I've been containing myself. Egan, however, has taken it as an opportunity to relentlessly goad me. He'll be lucky if I don't tackle him on sight. I click past Egan's lovey-dovey messages and ask him where he is. There's about 2 minutes left for him to arrive on time. The house is shaky. I listen for the familiar hum of the mothership. Do you think he'll be late again? Our doorbell rings. Does that answer your question?
Lynn crosses to the door, but Egan appears before me, a shower of particles, and tugs me into a tight embrace.
Aww. I squeeze him back, but it doesn't feel like enough. He's everything. The more of him I grab and pull against me, the closer he gets. The piece of my soul I'd been without has finally returned. He cups my face in his palms as he eases it back.
Prince, you're more stunning than I remember you.
Aww.
Wretched scrimp! How many times did I tell you to use the door? I'll be bald next month for all the stress you give me. Let him have his moment. As the official face of Orthon, he must carry himself with dignity. Adele's anger melts away like cotton candy in water the second he sees Lynn.
Lynn. Hi, Andy. Glad to see you again.
He turns so red and mute before her that I'm speechless.
I suppose being down bad may just be an Orthonian trait.
I jolt when teeth graze my shoulder.
Hey, focus on me.
Hey, Mr. Puppy Dog!
I've longed to see you. I am. You embraced me before I could tackle you.
And what comes after the tackling? What comes after the tackling? Tackle him now. I shift my weight and leap onto him. No, he was ready for it. He's ready for it. He uses all my momentum to scoop me up against him. I hope you'll enjoy your time on Orthon. I'm both nervous and eager to show it to you.
I'm sure it'll be amazing if its ruler is any indication of what I can expect.
He looks at me as if I'm his entire universe from the praise.
I've warned you so many times not to look at me like that, you know. I'm weak to it. Like what? Tell me.
His grin tells me he's doing it on purpose. Fetch their bags. We'll depart immediately. Yet Egan carries my things himself up to the spaceship. My trip is supposed to be 6 months maximum, but now that I've seen him and confirmed how happy being with him makes me, I think I'll extend my stay for as long as I'm able.
Aww. Aww. Aww.
Oh, okay.
Aw. Hold on. I need to say what happens if we say you tell me.
Oh. Oh. His fingertips slip beneath my shirt. Ties on my waist like following my whisper. I've been polite enough. Oh! What? He hoists me up in his arms, grabbing hold of my thighs. So I fall against him, then I'm on the mothership. Oh! 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 Wait, hold on. I don't know if this is gonna be safe for Twitch. I think so, but... Okay. Oh. Disrobe protocol! Still, he refuses to go a second without some part of me in his mouth. What do you mean? It's miserably. Random arcs of his clothing vanish, his shoulders cut off craft. I burst into laughter. This mark. Oh, he's crazy into me. And luckily for us, I have the chance to explore just how much during my time with him. Oh, okay.
Amazing. Oh my god. This has been so wonderful. I've loved this game so much. I mean, hey, I streamed for 3.5 hours. When I have not been doing that recently. I've not been doing super long streams recently, but hey, my god, this was so worth it. So worth it. So worth it. But that unfortunately is all the time we have for tonight. I do still have to go to bed. So, without any further ado, let's pop over here. All right. You all know the usual song and dance. If you're not already following me on social media, I'd appreciate it very much if you would. As well, if you're not already part of our Discord server, would love to see you there as well. For YouTube people, link is in the description. But yeah, this has been Love Limit. For Twitch, the link to this game on Steam is pinned, and for YouTube side, it's again in the description.
This was so good. This was so good. Oh, so good.
Well, thank you everybody so much for being here. I really truly appreciate it. Whether you're watching live, VOD, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Shorts, however you consume your friends' content, I appreciate it very much. But yeah. Well, I hope you all have a wonderful meowing, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you. And until I see you again,
Bye. Bye.